The snow falls in Niseko, but inside, the fire is warm. You are finally safe.
Welcome to Quiet Lives. Before we drift into tonight's journey, if you find sanctuary here, please consider subscribing to join our community of rest. I would love to know which corner of the world you are finding peace in tonight, and what hour it is where you are. Feel free to share your story in the comments below. Now, let's begin. The first light of morning, filtered through a fresh blanket of snow, casts a soft, diffused glow across the precise lines of your bedroom window. You remain nestled beneath the weight of your organic linen duvet, the quiet hum of the underfloor heating barely perceptible beneath the solid oak planks that form the floor. The world outside, softened by the overnight snowfall, feels hushed, almost entirely still. You trace the faint, irregular shadows of bare tree branches imprinted onto the pale plaster wall opposite, a fleeting, natural artwork against the stark, minimalist canvas. A slow, deliberate stretch begins to unfurl through your limbs, a gentle awakening. The fine weave of the Egyptian cotton sheets glides smoothly against your skin as you shift, the coolness of the morning air momentarily touching your exposed arm before you draw it back into the encompassing warmth. You notice the subtle, earthy scent of hinoki wood, an almost imperceptible fragrance woven into the air from the custom-built cabinetry that lines one wall, a whisper of the forest brought indoors. Pushing yourself up, you lean back against the firm, yet yielding, bolster pillow, its charcoal gray wool offering a quiet, sophisticated contrast to the pale bedding. Your gaze drifts to the large, custom-fitted window, a panoramic frame for the tranquil landscape. Beyond the insulated, precision-engineered glass, soft, white flakes continue their descent, settling onto the dark, precisely cut cedar deck just outside, creating a seamless, pristine blanket of white. The silence is profound, broken only by the almost imperceptible whisper of the falling snow against the glass. Your hand reaches instinctively for the cool, heavy glass carafe on the solid oak bedside table, its surface smooth and cool beneath your fingertips. You pour a small measure of water into a perfectly balanced tumbler, the softest whisper of liquid against glass barely breaking the profound stillness of the room. The water, filtered to crisp perfection, is cool and clear, a subtle, vital refreshment against your lips. You pause, simply holding the glass, feeling its weight. You sip slowly, letting your eyes linger on the scene beyond the glass, a private tableau of winter's elegance. Each individual snowflake seems to possess its own unique, intricate geometry as it drifts past, momentarily visible before joining the growing expanse of white. The distant evergreens, heavy with their fresh coating, stand like silent sentinels against the muted pearlescent sky, their dark forms providing a grounding anchor to the ethereal beauty. The world outside feels vast and private, a perfect, untouched canvas, exclusively yours. The quiet beauty of the snow continues to unfold, a gentle, mesmerizing rhythm that invites your thoughts to slow, to simply be present in this tranquil space. You feel the deep, grounding presence of the solid timber walls around you, a silent, comforting embrace as the day gently, serenely begins to reveal itself. Leaving the gentle embrace of your bedding, the cool, polished stone of the bathroom floor greets your bare feet, a brief, invigorating contrast before the pervasive, calming scent of hinoki wood envelops you. The soft, diffused light from the snow-covered morning outside now streams through the frosted pane of the bathroom window, casting a quiet luminance across the subtle grain of the timber walls. You approach the large, deep hinoki soaking tub, its rich, golden-brown wood exuding a delicate, resinous aroma that deepens with the steam rising from the perfectly temperate water. The surface of the water, still and clear, shimmers faintly in the soft light, inviting you in. With a slow, deliberate movement, you step into the bath, the warm water rising around your ankles, then your calves, a comforting embrace that instantly begins to loosen any lingering tension. As you lower yourself fully into the depths, the water reaches your shoulders, enveloping you entirely in its soothing warmth. The smooth, finely planed hinoki wood feels gentle against your back and arms, its natural oils imparting a subtle, almost creamy sensation to the water itself. You lean back, resting your head against the rounded edge of the tub, the subtle scent of the cypress wood now completely surrounding you, a natural, earthy perfume. Through the strategically placed, large window, carefully designed for privacy, you watch the continued, silent descent of the snowflakes. Each delicate flake drifts down, visible for a moment against the muted gray sky, before disappearing into the soft white blanket already covering the private garden space just beyond the glass. The contrast between your profound warmth and the serene, crystalline cold outside is a delicate balance, a quiet luxury. You close your eyes for a moment, listening to the almost imperceptible sounds, the gentle lapping of the water against the hinoki wood as you shift, the soft, distant murmur of the falling snow, a sound so faint it is more felt than heard. The warmth permeates every part of you, a deep, restorative heat that sinks into your muscles and bones. You trace the smooth, wet edge of the tub with a lazy fingertip, feeling the finely sanded grain beneath the water. With each slow, deliberate breath, you inhale the clean, woody aroma, letting it fill your lungs, then release it slowly, feeling your shoulders drop further, your entire being settling deeper into the water. This moment, suspended between the quiet morning and the unfolding day, is entirely your own. The gentle steam rises, creating a soft, ethereal mist that blurs the edges of the room, enhancing the sense of peaceful isolation. The warmth of the hinoki tub holds you, a soft, unwavering comfort against the pristine white of the world outside. You simply exist in this quiet, steamy embrace, perfectly still, perfectly at peace, as the gentle snow continues its descent. Stepping from the lingering warmth of the hinoki steam, the cool, dry air of the main living area feels refreshing against your skin as you secure the soft, weighty folds of your charcoal gray cotton robe around you. The wide planks of aged oak flooring, cool and smooth beneath your bare feet, guide you silently across the expansive space, drawn by the profound, luminous glow emanating from the panoramic window. The morning light, now a brighter yet still diffused pearl white, fills the room, illuminating the subtle grain of the exposed timber walls and the precise angles of the minimalist furnishings. You approach the vast expanse of glass, a seamless wall that dissolves the boundary between the sophisticated interior and the serene, snow-covered world beyond. The engineered glass, perfectly clear and cool to the touch, offers an unobstructed view of the transformed landscape. You place a hand gently against the cool surface, feeling the slight vibration of the house's quiet systems, a subtle counterpoint to the profound stillness outside. Beyond the glass, the scene is one of pristine, almost ethereal beauty. The meticulously raked gravel garden, visible yesterday, has completely vanished beneath a smooth, unbroken blanket of fresh snow, its surface shimmering faintly under the soft, overcast sky. Each curve and undulation of the landscape is softened, muted, creating a tranquil monochromatic tableau. The dark, slender trunks of birch trees stand in stark, elegant contrast against the brilliant white, their delicate branches now dusted with fine, powdery crystals. You find yourself settling onto the low, deep sofa upholstered in a heathered wool, its firm cushions offering a quiet support. From this vantage point, the view feels even more immersive, like a living, breathing painting. Your gaze drifts slowly across the horizon, tracing the gentle slopes that lead up towards the distant snow-laden peaks. The sheer volume of snow is impressive, yet it feels entirely peaceful, a deep, comforting hush that absorbs all sound. A subtle, clean scent of fresh, cold air seems to subtly filter into the room, mingling with the faint, warm aroma of cedar from the exposed beams overhead. You notice a small, perfectly formed mound of snow clinging to the edge of the precisely cut stone pathway that winds through the garden, a delicate sculpture crafted by nature. The way the light catches the individual snow crystals on the branches of a nearby Japanese maple creates a fleeting, sparkling effect, 1,000 tiny points of light. You simply sit, observing, letting the profound quiet settle around you. The world outside, pristine and untouched, offers a sense of vast, unhurried time. The occasional, almost imperceptible drift of a new snowflake from the muted sky adds to the gentle rhythm of the morning, a soft, silent descent. This tranquil vista, framed by the precise lines of your home, invites a deep, unburdened sense of calm. The pristine, white expanse continues to unfold, a silent invitation to simply be. The cool, smooth oak flooring of the living room gives way to the softer, yielding texture of rush grass tatami as you gently slide open a shoji screen, stepping into the serene quiet of the tea room. The crisp, diffused light of the snowy morning filters through the delicate paper panes, casting soft, elongated shadows that stretch across the woven floor, creating an atmosphere of profound tranquility, distinct from the expansive panorama you just left. You move with an unhurried grace, each step absorbed by the resilient mats beneath your bare feet, a subtle, earthy scent of dried grass rising faintly with your presence. The room itself is an exercise in elegant restraint, its cedar walls a warm, muted tone against the brilliant white light from outside. You settle onto a low, precisely crafted cushion made of finely woven silk, its subtle texture, a gentle press against your legs, aligning yourself with the quiet energy of the space. Before you, a small, polished, lacquered tray holds the meticulously arranged tools for the matcha ceremony, each item a testament to careful craftsmanship. A slender, dark bamboo whisk, the Asterix chasen, rests within a delicate celadon green Asterix chowan, its ceramic surface gleaming with a subtle, almost liquid sheen under the soft light. A small, dark-clad figure moves with a quiet, practiced precision in the periphery of your vision, their movements fluid and silent, a gentle presence ensuring every detail is attended to. There is no haste, only an elegant, unhurried rhythm to their actions. The softest whisper of hot water, heated to a precise temperature, pours from a heavy cast-iron kettle into a smaller pre-warmed bowl, a sound barely audible above the profound stillness of the room. The subtle, earthy aroma of finely ground matcha powder begins to subtly unfurl as the bamboo whisk works its magic, creating a delicate, frothy, jade-green liquid. The rhythmic, gentle swish of the whisk against the ceramic is a soft, hypnotic sound, a quiet counterpoint to the falling snow. The small, dark-clad figure then presents the asterisk Chawan asterisk to you, its warm, smooth ceramic fitting perfectly into the curve of your palms. You feel the subtle weight of the bowl, a comforting anchor in your hands, the warmth radiating gently upwards into your fingertips. You lift the bowl slowly, bringing the vibrant green liquid to your lips. The first sip is a complex dance of flavors. A clean, grassy bitterness, followed by a profound, savory umami that lingers delicately on your tongue. The texture is velvety, almost creamy, a testament to the meticulous whisking. You take another slow sip, allowing the warmth to spread, a quiet, internal glow that complements the serene external cold. The subtle, slightly sweet aftertaste remains, a gentle reminder of the moment, drawing you deeper into the present. Your gaze drifts beyond the carefully framed window of the tea room, a more intimate aperture onto the snow-covered garden than the grand view from the living room. Here, the closer details reveal themselves. The perfect, untouched dome of snow on a carefully pruned pine branch, the delicate tracery of frost on the dark bark of a camellia bush. The gentle, continuous fall of snow continues, each flake a tiny, silent dancer, adding to the pristine canvas. The ambient silence of the estate is punctuated only by the softest whisper of the wind carrying flakes against the precise glass panes. The purity of the white outside creates a striking, yet harmonious, contrast with the warm, natural tones within the tea room, deepening the sense of peaceful enclosure. The residual warmth of the matcha settles deep within you, a comforting counterpoint to the quiet beauty of the winter garden. You hold the empty asterisk chawan, feeling its lingering heat, allowing your mind to simply rest in the peaceful observation of the softly falling snow, a silent, endless cascade. The soft, diffused light of the tea room, which had held the quiet moments of your matcha, now subtly begins to deepen, signaling the gentle progression of the afternoon. A quiet inclination guides your steps from the yielding tatami mats back onto the smooth, cool oak planks of the main corridor. The scent of hinoki wood from earlier in the day has softened into a faint, lingering whisper, replaced now by the clean, almost sterile aroma that precedes the climate-controlled precision of the sake cellar. You approach a discreet, almost invisible door, flush with the timber wall, its dark, brushed metal handle cool and solid beneath your fingertips. With a precise, silent click, the insulated door swings inward, revealing a subtle shift in temperature. A cool, crisp air, consistently maintained at an optimal chill, greets you, a refreshing contrast to the ambient warmth of the main living space. The soft, recessed lighting within the cellar casts a warm, golden glow across the meticulously organized shelves, illuminating the dark glass of countless bottles. Stepping inside, your shoes make no sound on the polished concrete floor, a deliberate choice for its thermal stability and minimalist aesthetic. The cellar is a sanctuary of quiet dedication, rows upon rows of carefully selected sake bottles resting horizontally on dark, custom-fitted wooden racks. Each bottle, a testament to time and craftsmanship, is arranged with meticulous precision, labels facing outward, ready for quiet contemplation. The subtle scent of rice, yeast, and cold stone hangs faintly in the air, an almost imperceptible perfume of fermentation and age. Your gaze drifts slowly across the collection, a silent journey through years and regions. You note the delicate script on a vintage Junmai Daiginjo, its label a soft, aged parchment against the dark glass. Your fingertips lightly brush the cool, smooth surface of a bottle, feeling its weight and the subtle texture of the paper label. You pause, allowing your eyes to linger on a particular section, perhaps a rare seasonal release, or a limited edition from a small, revered brewery nestled deep in the snowy mountains of Niigata. The quiet hum of the climate control system is a low, constant presence, a barely audible assurance of perfect preservation. With a gentle, unhurried movement, you reach for a specific bottle, its dark glass cool and substantial in your hand. The label, a study in elegant Japanese calligraphy, feels smooth and slightly textured beneath your thumb. You appreciate the precise weight of the liquid within, a promise of the evening's quiet enjoyment. The subtle, almost imperceptible shift of the bottle on its rack is the only sound as you carefully extract it from its resting place, a gentle liberation. Holding the chosen bottle, its coolness a grounding sensation, you turn and step back towards the door. The insulated door closes behind you with a soft, almost imperceptible sigh, sealing the cellar back into its perfectly regulated quiet. The gentle promise of the evening, embodied in the cool, smooth glass, now accompanies you as you re-enter the warmer, softer light of the main house. The day's light continues to recede, inviting a quieter, reflective mood as the snow outside continues to fall in silent cascades. Returning from the cool, precise air of the sake cellar, the gentle warmth of the main house feels subtly different as you make your way towards your changing room. The light, which had been a soft pearl white this morning, now carries a muted, almost silvery quality as the afternoon deepens. Filtering through the large windows of the corridor, you push open a seamless panel door, crafted from the same warm-toned cedar as the adjacent walls, revealing an interior of quiet, understated elegance designed for serene preparation. The changing room is a sanctuary of minimalist luxury, its walls lined with custom-fitted hinoki wood cabinetry, their grain perfectly aligned, offering a subtle, clean scent that harmonizes with the soft, indirect lighting. Your bare feet meet the cool, smooth surface of the polished stone floor, a grounding sensation that encourages a slower, more deliberate pace. The space is uncluttered, each element chosen for its functionality and aesthetic harmony, a testament to thoughtful design. You move towards a section of the cabinetry, its sliding doors gliding open with a near-silent whisper on their precision runners, revealing an array of finely curated garments. Your fingers drift over the neatly folded stacks, feeling the varied textures of natural fibers, linen, silk, and then the unmistakable, whisper-soft embrace of cashmere. You select a garment, perhaps a sweater or a shawl, its finely spun fibers, a promise of warmth and comfort against the chill of the evening. The cashmere, a deep, muted charcoal, or a soft, undyed cream, feels impossibly light, yet possesses a luxurious weight as you lift it from its shelf. The subtle, almost imperceptible scent of clean, natural wool rises, a comforting earthiness. With unhurried movements, you begin to dress. The cashmere slides over your arms, its softness a gentle caress against your skin, instantly imparting a comforting warmth. You feel the delicate, almost imperceptible fluff of the fibers settle around you, a soft, protective layer. The garment drapes with an elegant fluidity, its natural elasticity conforming gently without constraint. The quiet rustle of the fabric is the only sound, a subtle accompaniment to your movements as you adjust the collar or smooth the sleeves. Each fiber seems to absorb the ambient warmth of the room, holding it close, creating a personal cocoon of comfort. You pause, allowing the luxurious warmth of the cashmere to fully settle. The light from the single, tall, frosted window in the room has now softened further, transitioning from silver to a pale, almost indigo hue as dusk begins to paint the exterior world. The silence within the changing room is profound, a peaceful stillness that allows for complete focus on the simple, tactile pleasure of the moment. You run your hand over the finished surface of the garment, feeling the evenness of the knit, the gentle resilience of the fibers. The soft, enveloping warmth of the cashmere garment now fully surrounds you, a comforting presence as the day outside slowly transitions into the hushed embrace of evening. You stand for a moment longer, perfectly still, feeling the gentle drape of the fabric, a quiet preparation for the serene hours ahead as the snow continues its silent, endless descent beyond the walls. The soft, enveloping warmth of the cashmere you chose now feels like a second skin. Its gentle fibers a quiet comfort as you step from the precise quietude of your changing room. The cool, polished oak planks of the corridor lead you without effort towards the main living space, where the ambient light has begun its graceful transformation. The pale silver of the afternoon has deepened into a rich, dusky indigo, painting the panoramic window with the encroaching twilight, a profound shift from the bright morning. A subtle, dry warmth, distinct from the consistent underfloor heating, now draws your attention, a gentle, almost magnetic pull towards the heart of the expansive room. Your gaze settles on the suspended fireplace, its dark, precisely engineered steel form hanging with a quiet elegance from the high, timber-beamed ceiling. It is a modern sculpture, a focal point against the warm backdrop of the exposed log walls. Within its open hearth, carefully selected logs of aged cedar wood have begun to catch, their dense surfaces glowing with a nascent, soft orange light. The very first, delicate crackle reaches your ears, a subtle, sharp sound that breaks the profound silence of the evening, yet somehow enhances it, rather than disrupts its peaceful quality. You feel the almost imperceptible shift in the air currents as the radiant warmth begins to emanate outwards, a gentle, steady pulse of heat expanding into the expansive space. You move closer, drawn by the ancient, primal allure of the dancing flame. The soft cashmere of your garment brushes lightly against your legs with each unhurried, deliberate step across the smooth oak floor. As you approach, the rich, earthy, and clean scent of burning cedarwood begins to subtly unfurl and fill the air, mingling with the faint, cold, and crisp aroma that still filters in from the snowy outside world. You observe the intricate, precise choreography of the fire, a small, eager flame delicately licking at the edge of a seasoned log, then slowly, gracefully spreading, consuming the solid wood, transforming its dense mass into a mesmerizing display of flickering light and comforting warmth. The quiet, almost musical hiss of sap escaping as a log slowly yields to the intense, sustained heat is a delicate, almost intimate sound, a whispered conversation between wood and fire. Settling into the deep, low sofa you were on earlier this morning, its heathered wool now feeling even more inviting and deeply comforting in the dimming, fire-lit ambiance, you turn your attention once more to the vast panoramic window. Beyond the perfectly clear glass, the snow-covered peaks that were a muted, pristine white this morning are now dissolving into profound shades of deep violet and charcoal against the deepening twilight sky. The stark outlines of the distant evergreens, heavy with their fresh, soft coating of snow, appear sharper, more defined against the fading light, their silent vigil unbroken, ancient and enduring. The falling snow, still constant in its descent, is now barely visible, a shimmering, almost ghostly curtain of pale white against the dark, encroaching canvas of the coming night. You pick up the bottle of vintage sake you selected earlier, its cool, dark glass still holding the exquisite chill of the cellar, a pleasant, invigorating contrast to the rising, enveloping warmth of the suspended fireplace. You turn the bottle slowly and deliberately in your hands, the delicate calligraphy on the aged paper label almost disappearing in the soft, ambient dimness, only to be momentarily caught by a sudden, playful flicker of firelight, revealing a subtle, shimmering detail of gold leaf or a deep indigo ink. The weight of the bottle feels substantial, a grounding presence. The soft, rhythmic crackle of the suspended fireplace in the living room begins to recede gently into the background as you move with unhurried steps across the polished oak floor. The rich, dusky indigo light of twilight, which had just begun to deepen over the distant peaks, now gives way to a warmer, softer glow emanating from the far end of the corridor. You push open a sliding cedar door, its movement a whisper against its track, revealing the peaceful sanctuary of your study. Here, the afternoon's final light, a soft, burnished gold, streams through a wide, west-facing window, illuminating the subtle dust motes, dancing in the air, and casting long, tranquil shadows across the precisely organized shelves. The room is bathed in this serene, fading warmth, a stark yet beautiful contrast to the deepening twilight outside. The air inside carries the faint, comforting scent of aged paper and polished wood, a quiet invitation to intellectual repose. You pad silently across the woven tatami rug that defines the central area of the room, each step absorbed by its firm, resilient fibers. Your gaze settles on a low, minimalist bookshelf crafted from dark, lacquered elm, its smooth surface reflecting the golden light. Among the carefully arranged volumes, your eye is drawn to a particular antique Japanese art book, its heavy, dark silk cover hinting at the treasures within. You reach out, your fingertips brushing against the cool, smooth silk, feeling the subtle texture of its embroidered pattern. The book is substantial, its weight a satisfying presence as you carefully lift it from its resting place, a faint, dry whisper of aged paper accompanying its retrieval. You settle into a low, armless chair, its dark, supple leather cool at first, then quickly conforming to your form, offering gentle support. The book rests on your lap, its weight evenly distributed. You trace the delicate, slightly raised texture of the silk cover once more before slowly, carefully opening the book. The binding is firm, yet yields with a soft, almost imperceptible creak, a sound that speaks of its history and careful preservation. The first page, a thick, slightly off-white paper, presents a beautifully rendered woodblock print, its colors still remarkably vibrant, depicting a serene winter landscape. With a deliberate, unhurried motion, your fingers gently take hold of the edge of the page. The paper feels surprisingly delicate, yet resilient beneath your touch, with a subtle, dry crispness. You lift it slowly, allowing it to turn, a soft, almost musical rustle filling the quiet space. Each page turn reveals a new work of art, a new window into a world of exquisite detail and profound tranquility. You observe the fine lines of a calligraphy brush, the nuanced washes of ink, the delicate precision of each stroke, the faint, sweet scent of old paper, a mixture of wood pulp and thyme, rises subtly with each movement. The golden light continues its slow retreat, deepening the colors on the pages, giving them an almost luminous quality before they too begin to soften into the encroaching dusk. The gentle, consistent whisper of turning pages creates a quiet, almost hypnotic rhythm in the serene stillness of the study, a comforting sound as the day imperceptibly yields to the quiet embrace of the evening, and the snow continues its silent, endless descent outside. The lingering scent of aged paper from your study has now completely faded, replaced by a new, comforting aroma that gently coaxes you from the quiet repose of your sleeping quarters. A subtle yeasty warmth, sweet and inviting, drifts along the cool oak corridor this snowy morning, a clear signal from the open-plan kitchen. This inviting fragrance carries a promise of simple pleasures, a grounding presence in the hushed stillness of the day. As you step onto the cool, polished concrete of the main living area, the subtle scent of freshly baked bread deepens, becoming more pronounced, a comforting presence in the crisp morning air. The panoramic window, which yesterday evening framed the deepening twilight, now reveals a world of pristine white, bathed in the soft, diffused glow of a new day's snow. Each step is quiet, almost absorbed by the expansive space, your movements unhurried, drawn by the inviting fragrance now permeating the area. The underfloor heating provides a gentle, even warmth that rises subtly around your bare feet, a pleasant contrast to the invigorating coolness. The open-plan kitchen, a study in precision and natural materials, presents itself with serene order, a seamless extension of the main living space. Dark, brushed steel appliances gleam softly under the recessed lighting, their surfaces cool and smooth, contrasting with the warm, rich grain of the hinoki wood cabinetry. On the expansive, cool slab of honed granite that forms the central island, a single, perfectly formed loaf of artisanal sourdough rests on a simple, hand-planed wooden cutting board. Its crust, a deep, burnished gold, shows delicate scoring marks, a testament to careful craftsmanship. A faint whisper of warmth radiates from it, a gentle invitation, hinting at the fresh, soft interior. You reach out, your fingertips lightly brushing the firm, crisp surface of the crust. The delicate crackle under your touch is a soft, satisfying sound, a whisper of its perfect texture, a tiny auditory confirmation of its freshness. The aroma, now much closer, is rich and complex. Distinct notes of toasted grain, a subtle hint of sour fermentation, and a profound, wholesome sweetness that fills your senses. You feel the subtle resistance of the crust before it yields to a softer, more yielding interior beneath. The warmth is palpable, slowly transferring from the bread to your fingertips, a subtle, gentle heat that lingers. You take a slow, deep breath, allowing the full, intricate perfume of the bread to settle within you. A small, precisely crafted ceramic dish, its surface a cool, matte off-white, holds a square of unsalted Hokkaido butter, perfectly softened to a creamy consistency. Its pale yellow hue, a delicate contrast to the dark wood of the cutting board. You pick up a slender, silver butter knife, its cool, smooth handle fitting comfortably in your hand, its weight balanced just so. A quiet, almost imperceptible scrape as the knife glides effortlessly through the butter is the only sound, a gentle preparation for the first delicate slice. The butter spreads with an almost liquid ease, ready to melt into the warm bread. As you stand by the island, your gaze drifts to the kitchen's wide window, offering a closer, yet still panoramic view of the falling snow. Each flake, distinct and intricate, descends with an unhurried grace, settling onto the dark, precisely cut cedar deck just outside, adding to the accumulating softness. The world outside is a symphony of muted whites and grays, a tranquil backdrop to the comforting warmth and aroma within the log estate. The profound silence of the snow seems to absorb all distant sounds, leaving only the gentle hum of the house's systems and the subtle, inviting presence of the fresh bread. The gentle, wholesome aroma of the freshly baked bread continues to fill the open space, a quiet, inviting presence in the tranquil, snowy morning. The comforting, yeasty aroma of the freshly baked bread from the kitchen slowly begins to recede, as a different, invigorating coolness gently beckons you outward. The pristine white landscape, visible through the expansive panoramic windows all morning, now feels more immediate, more tangible, drawing you towards a closer communion with the falling snow. You move with a quiet, unhurried grace from the warmth of the timbered interior, your bare feet finding the familiar, cool smoothness of the oak flooring, before transitioning to the subtle texture of a woven rug. You approach a wide, precision-engineered sliding glass door that leads directly onto the outdoor terrace. The cool, solid aluminum frame feels substantial beneath your fingertips as you gently push, and the large panel glides open with a soft, almost imperceptible whisper, revealing the crisp, clean air of the snowy morning. A delicate plume of warm air from inside meets the cool, fresh outside air, creating a momentary ethereal mist that dissipates instantly. The gentle warmth of your cashmere garment, chosen earlier, feels even more comforting now as you step across the threshold. Stepping out onto the expansive cedar deck, the warmth beneath your bare feet is an immediate, luxurious sensation. The concealed heating elements within the timber planks radiate a consistent, gentle heat, creating a perfect microclimate against the biting winter air. You feel the subtle texture of the finely grooved cedar beneath your soles, a grounding connection to the natural materials that define this space. The silence here is profound, broken only by the soft, almost rhythmic hush of the snowflakes as they land gently on the surrounding surfaces. The crisp, clean scent of fresh snow, devoid of any other distractions, fills your lungs, invigorating and pure. You move to a low, minimalist bench crafted from dark, weather-resistant wood, its surface warmed by the hidden heating. Settling down, the cool air brushes softly against your face, a refreshing contrast to the warmth rising from the deck below and the cashmere wrapped around you. Your gaze lifts, captivated by the delicate, intricate dance of the snowflakes. Each crystalline flake drifts down with an individual grace, tumbling, swirling, catching the muted light, before settling on the dark branches of the pines just beyond the terrace edge. Their shapes, momentarily distinct against the gray-white sky, are tiny, transient works of art. A faint, almost imperceptible sound reaches you, the soft, dull thud of a heavier clump of snow detaching from a distant branch and falling silently onto the already deep, accumulated blanket below. The entire landscape seems to absorb sound, creating an atmosphere of profound quietude, a natural insulation from the world. You watch as a particularly large flake lands on the dark, smooth surface of the wooden railing directly in front of you, its intricate geometry briefly visible before it melts into a tiny, cold droplet, then freezes again into a minuscule bead of ice. A fleeting transformation. The sense of being enveloped in this tranquil, pristine environment is complete. The continuous, unhurried descent of the snowflakes creates a hypnotic rhythm, a silent, natural ballet that unfolds before your eyes. The gentle warmth rising from the heated deck below, combined with the pure, crisp air and the profound quiet of the falling snow, invites a deep, unburdened sense of calm. You simply observe, allowing the quiet beauty of the winter morning to gently settle your thoughts. The delicate dance of the snowflakes continues, a soft, silent invitation to simply rest within this serene moment. Returning from the invigorating coolness of the heated outdoor terrace, the familiar warmth of the log estate wraps around you once more. The crisp, clean air of the snowy morning still clings faintly to your cashmere, a gentle reminder of the pristine world just outside. You move with a quiet, unhurried grace, drawn towards the spacious Genkan, where the morning's soft, diffused light, filtered through a large, frosted glass panel, creates an atmosphere of serene anticipation. Stepping into the Genkan, the cool, dark, polished stone of the asterisk doma beneath your feet provides a grounding contrast to the warmth of the interior. This entry space, minimalist yet welcoming, is defined by the rich, warm tones of aged cedar wood that line its walls and ceiling, a stark elegance against the muted light. A faint, clean scent of fresh wood and cool stone hangs in the air, subtly mingling with the lingering pure aroma of the snow you just left. You pause for a moment, letting your eyes adjust to the quiet luminescence, a tranquil transition zone between the outer world and the inner sanctuary of your home. Your gaze settles on a low, dark, lacquered table positioned against one wall, its surface reflecting the soft light like still water. Arranged meticulously upon it are the tools and elements for ikebana, a heavy black ceramic asterisk suiban, its shallow basin holding clear, cool water, a gleaming brass asterisk kanazen asterisk or pin frog, its sharp needles glinting faintly, and a selection of carefully chosen branches and delicate pale winter flowers, their stems already cut to precise lengths. The branches, perhaps from a local pine or plum, are still faintly cool to the touch, carrying a subtle resinous scent that is both earthy and invigorating. With slow, deliberate movements, you reach for the asterisk suiban, its smooth, cool ceramic surface, a pleasant weight in your hands as you center it on the table. The water within shimmers gently, catching the diffused light. Next, you carefully place the brass asterisk kanazen asterisk into the basin, settling it firmly onto the bottom with a soft, almost inaudible click against the ceramic. The subtle, metallic gleam of the pins contrasts with the dark, still water, a small, precise anchor for the living elements to come. Your fingers, warm from the cashmere, appreciate the cool, smooth texture of the ceramic and the slight roughness of the brass. You select a primary branch, its form elegant and strong, feeling its texture beneath your fingertips. The smooth, cool bark, the delicate roughness of tiny buds. With a pair of sharp, specialized shears, their blades gleaming, you make a precise, clean cut, the softest snip echoing gently in the quiet space. The scent of fresh sap, sharp and green, rises momentarily. You then carefully insert the cut end of the branch onto the asterisk kanizen, newt, S-pins, feeling the slight resistance as it settles, adjusting its angle with a gentle, considered touch until it stands with perfect balance and intention. As you consider the placement of a secondary element, perhaps a delicate spray of white winter blossoms, your gaze drifts towards the frosted glass panel of the Genkan door. Beyond it, the snowflakes continue their unhurried descent, a silent, endless curtain of white against the muted backdrop of the morning. Each flake, unique and ephemeral, adds to the serene accumulation, creating a sense of profound stillness that pervades the entire estate. The precise lines of the ikebana arrangement within your genken, slowly taking form, begin to reflect the quiet, ordered beauty of the natural world outside. The subtle, fresh scent of the cut branches and the cool, still water now softly fills the genken, a grounding aroma that complements the quiet, measured pace of your movements. You continue to refine the arrangement, each delicate adjustment, a quiet meditation, as the calm, snowy morning unfolds around you, inviting a deeper sense of peaceful focus. Leaving the serene quiet of the genkan, where the delicate ikebana now stands complete, a subtle, pervasive warmth begins to draw you deeper into the heart of the estate. The cool, polished stone of the entry gives way to the smooth, wide planks of aged oak, and beneath your bare feet, the comforting heat of the underfloor heating rises, a constant, gentle embrace against the crispness of the snowy morning. You step into the grand hall, an expansive space defined by soaring timber beams and walls of meticulously crafted log, their rich, warm tones absorbing the soft, diffused light that streams in from the towering windows. The air here feels perfectly still, perfectly temperate, a quiet sanctuary from the crisp, winter air outside. You walk slowly, deliberately, each step absorbed by the resilient oak, feeling the consistent, subtle warmth radiating upwards, a continuous, grounding sensation that spreads through the soles of your feet and up through your limbs. Your gaze drifts upwards, following the clean, strong lines of the exposed timber logs that form the structure of the house, their surfaces smooth and cool to the touch if you were to reach. The faint, earthy scent of aged wood, a blend of cedar and hinoki, subtly perfumes the air, a natural fragrance that speaks of permanence and quiet strength. The sheer volume of the space is impressive, yet it feels entirely welcoming, never overwhelming, a testament to the thoughtful, minimalist design that prioritizes comfort and tranquility. You pause in the center of the hall, simply standing, allowing the enveloping warmth from below to fully settle into your body. The only sounds are the almost imperceptible hum of the house's systems, a distant, muffled whisper that is more felt than heard, and the profound, absorbing silence of the snow continuing its gentle fall beyond the thick, insulated glass of the grand hall's windows. The light, still a soft, diffused pearl white, casts long, gentle shadows from the structural elements, creating a subtle play of light and shade across the polished floor. Your bare toes curl slightly, appreciating the smooth, consistent warmth of the oak, a luxurious comfort that allows you to feel deeply connected to the very foundation of the estate. You turn slowly, taking in the serene view of the snow-covered landscape through the expansive windows, a pristine, untouched canvas of white against the muted sky. The distant evergreens, heavy with their fresh coating, stand like silent sentinels, their dark forms providing a grounding contrast to the ethereal beauty of the falling flakes. The sense of being cocooned in warmth and quiet, while the world outside is transformed by winter's embrace, is profound. The steady, comforting warmth of the underfloor heating continues to rise, a silent, unwavering presence beneath your bare feet, anchoring you in this moment of quiet observation. You close your eyes for a moment, simply feeling the heat, breathing in the clean, woody air, allowing the deep sense of calm to settle further as the snowy morning gently unfolds around you, inviting a deeper, unhurried sense of rest. The consistent warmth of the grand hall's oak flooring begins to soften beneath your bare feet as you approach a subtle alcove, where the morning's diffused light takes on a more focused, almost reverent quality. The clean, woody scent of the log estate, a familiar comfort, subtly shifts here, mingling with a faint, dry aroma of aged paper and fine silk. You step onto a plush, undyed wool rug, its deep pile absorbing your weight with a silent, comforting give as you enter the quietude of your private gallery. The gallery is a space of understated elegance, its walls a soft, matte plaster that serves as a pristine backdrop for the carefully curated art. The morning's snowy light, still a soft pearl white, streams gently from a high, narrow skylight, illuminating a single magnificent traditional Japanese screen that stands gracefully in the center of the room. Its hinged panels, crafted from dark, lacquered wood, are adorned with intricate, hand-painted scenes that seem to glow with an inner light, even in the subdued morning. The air around it feels still, almost hushed, inviting close inspection. You move closer to the screen, drawn by the delicate beauty of its artistry. Your fingertips reach out, hovering for a moment before gently making contact with the smooth, cool surface of the lacquered frame. The wood feels dense and polished, a testament to countless hours of meticulous craftsmanship. You let your fingers slowly trace the raised, almost imperceptible outline of a golden cloud, following its elegant curve, feeling the subtle texture of the gold leaf beneath your touch. The faint, dry whisper of your skin against the lacquered surface is the only sound, a delicate friction in the profound quiet. Your gaze follows the path of your fingers, absorbing the intricate details of the painting. The scene depicts a serene winter landscape, reminiscent of the view outside, yet rendered with a delicate, almost ethereal quality. Fine, silvery brushstrokes capture the delicate dance of snowflakes against a muted sky, each tiny detail painted with exquisite precision. You notice the subtle shift in color, from the pale, almost translucent white of the snow to the deep, rich indigo of a distant mountain peak, all rendered on the delicate, aged paper panels that form the screen's surface. The delicate texture of the paper, barely visible beneath the layers of paint, hints at its venerable age. You pause, allowing your eyes to wander across the entire composition, taking in the deliberate asymmetry, the masterful balance of empty space and intricate detail. The gentle, silent fall of snow outside, visible through a frosted window in an adjacent corridor, seems to echo the tranquil scene depicted on the screen, creating a harmonious connection between the art and the natural world. The profound stillness of the gallery, undisturbed by any external sound, allows for a deep, unhurried absorption of the beauty before you. The subtle scent of old pigments and fine wood gently permeates the air. The quiet act of tracing these ancient, intricate patterns, feeling the cool, smooth lacquer beneath your fingertips, settles a deep sense of calm within you. The delicate artistry and the profound stillness of the gallery create a serene cocoon, a gentle invitation to simply observe and appreciate. The subtle interplay of light and shadow on the screen's surface continues its silent, mesmerizing dance, a tranquil focal point in the hushed morning. The lingering, dry scent of aged paper and fine silk from your private gallery gently recedes as the midday light, now brighter and more direct, draws you back into the expansive central living space. A new aroma, delicate and fresh, subtly begins to unfurl, a quiet invitation hinting at the coming lunch. The warmth of the underfloor heating beneath your bare feet remains a constant, comforting presence as you move with unhurried steps across the smooth, wide planks of aged oak. You approach the dining area, a seamless extension of the main living space, defined by its large, custom-built table of solid, dark elm. The wood, honed to a soft sheen, reflects the bright, diffused light that streams through the towering panoramic windows, illuminating the pristine white landscape still softly falling outside. The table is already set with a quiet elegance, each item placed with intentionality. Small, individual bowls and plates of artisanal pottery, in shades of muted earth tones and soft celadon greens, rest upon delicate linen placemats. You glide into a low, armless dining chair, its frame of dark, precisely joined timber offering a firm, yet yielding support. The cool, smooth surface of the wood presses gently against your back as you settle, the softness of the woven cushion beneath you absorbing your weight. Your gaze drifts over the table, appreciating the subtle variations in the handmade pottery. Each bowl possesses a unique, almost imperceptible imperfection in its glaze, a testament to the artisan's hand, making it feel deeply personal and authentic. The light catches the subtle sheen of a dark, unglazed rim on one bowl, highlighting its earthy texture. A quiet, almost ethereal presence moves in your periphery, a gentle figure ensuring the final details of the meal are attended to. There is no haste, only a fluid, practiced grace. A small, steaming bowl is gently placed before you, the softest clink of its artisanal ceramic base against the smooth elm table. A delicate sound that barely breaks the profound quiet. The warmth radiating from the bowl is immediate, carrying with it the subtle, comforting aroma of a clear dashi broth, fragrant with notes of kombu and a hint of fresh ginger. The steam rises in a delicate, almost invisible plume, momentarily blurring the view of the pristine snow outside. Your hands reach for the delicate ceramic, feeling its warmth spread through your fingertips, a comforting anchor. The smooth, slightly textured surface of the bowl feels substantial, yet perfectly balanced in your palms. A pair of slender, lacquered chopsticks rests beside it, their dark, polished surfaces cool and smooth to the touch. You lift them, feeling their delicate weight, a quiet readiness for the meal to begin. The subtle scent of the dashi broth deepens as you bring the bowl closer, its savory, umami-rich perfume a gentle invitation. You take a slow, deliberate breath, allowing the warmth and the gentle aroma to fill your senses. A quiet anticipation. The very first sip of the clear dashi is a delicate warmth, a subtle, complex flavor that coats your tongue with a comforting, savory richness, a quiet pleasure. The soft, rhythmic clink of a small, polished stone against another piece of pottery from a nearby dish, as a garnish is gently placed, is a soft, grounding sound that punctuates the otherwise profound silence. The steady, unhurried fall of snow outside the vast windows continues, a tranquil, constant backdrop to the quiet ritual of lunch, inviting a deep, unburdened sense of calm. The subtle, savory notes of the dashi broth from your quiet lunch gently recede as you rise from the elm dining table, the smooth wood of the chair gliding silently beneath you. The midday light, which had been bright and diffused through the panoramic windows, now takes on a softer, more intimate quality as you move across the polished oak floor. A quiet inclination guides your steps towards a secluded corner of the grand hall, where a dedicated display alcove beckons with its promise of quiet contemplation. Stepping into the alcove, your bare feet meet the cool, smooth surface of a honed granite slab that forms its base, a deliberate transition from the warmer oak. The air here feels perfectly still, subtly cooler, a hushed pocket within the expansive estate. Soft, Indirect lighting, carefully recessed into the hinoki wood ceiling panels, casts a gentle glow upon a collection of antique ceramic bowls arranged on precisely crafted floating shelves of dark, lacquered elm. Each bowl, a unique testament to centuries of artistry, seems to hold its own quiet history in its form and glaze. The faint, clean scent of polished wood and aged clay subtly perfumes the air. You reach for a small square of fine, unbleached linen cloth, its fibers remarkably soft and cool against your fingertips. The delicate weight of the cloth feels almost ethereal as you unfold it, preparing for the quiet task ahead. Your gaze settles on a particular bowl, its irregular, organic shape and subtle celadon glaze hinting at its ancient origins. It rests on a small, dark wooden stand, elevating it slightly, presenting it for gentle appreciation. With slow, deliberate care, your fingers gently cup the chosen bowl. Its ceramic surface feels cool and smooth, yet possesses a surprising, comforting weight that settles into your palms. As you lift it from its stand, there is no sound, only the subtle shift of air. Your thumb traces the faint, uneven texture of an unglazed foot ring, feeling the raw, earthy clay beneath the smooth finish. The bowl's interior, a deeper, more profound shade of green, seems to hold a quiet depth, a subtle invitation to observe its nuances. You begin to polish, the soft linen cloth gliding with gentle, circular motions across the bowl's surface. The delicate friction creates a soft, almost imperceptible whisper against the ceramic, a quiet, rhythmic sound that is deeply soothing. As the cloth passes, any lingering dust or imperceptible film vanishes, revealing the true depth and subtle variations of the glaze. A faint, clean aroma of ceramic and pure linen rises with each stroke, a grounding, earthy scent. You feel the cool, smooth curve of the bowl, sensing the intricate craftsmanship, the patient hand that formed it so long ago. Your eyes, following the gentle movement of the cloth, observe how the soft light from the recessed ceiling now catches the newly revealed luster of the glaze, creating a subtle, almost liquid sheen. A tiny, almost invisible crackle in the glaze, a testament to its age and journey, momentarily catches the light, a delicate spiderweb of time. Through a narrow vertical slit window within the alcove, a delicate cascade of snowflakes continues its silent, unhurried journey, a pristine, transient beauty, outside contrasting with the enduring artistry within. The polished surface of the antique bowl now reflects the soft, ambient light with a renewed, quiet brilliance, a small, perfectly restored jewel in the heart of the snowy day. You hold it for a moment longer, feeling its cool, smooth presence, allowing the profound stillness of the alcove and the gentle rhythm of the polishing to deepen your sense of tranquil awareness as the silent snow continues its descent beyond the thick walls. The polished antique bowl, now gleaming with a subtle, quiet brilliance, feels cool and smooth as you gently return it to its precise spot on the lacquered elm shelf within the display alcove. A faint, almost imperceptible click as it settles onto its dark wooden stand is the only sound, a delicate punctuation in the profound stillness that had enveloped you. The clean, earthy scent of ceramic and linen, a lingering memory of your careful work, slowly begins to dissipate into the hushed air of the gallery. As you step back, allowing your eyes to once more take in the entire collection, a new, subtle sensation registers, a sound so faint it almost escapes conscious notice. It is a distant, muffled whisper from above, a soft, yielding thump, followed by a gentle, drawn-out shush. Your gaze lifts instinctively towards the high, timber-beamed ceiling of the grand hall, the source of this profound, yet gentle, acoustic. The heavy, expertly joined logs overhead, designed for both strength and insulation, hold the weight of the accumulating snow, occasionally shifting, settling under its increasing presence. You move slowly from the cool granite of the alcove, back onto the expansive, warm oak planks of the grand hall, feeling the consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor system beneath your bare feet. The morning's soft, diffused light, a pearl-white glow filtering through the towering windows, illuminates the subtle dust motes dancing in the still air, making the vast space feel both grand and intimately serene. You pause near the center of the hall, allowing the estate's quietude to settle around you, heightening your awareness of the subtle symphony of the winter day. Another sound, a soft, elongated shriek, almost like the slow drawing of a heavy curtain, resonates faintly from somewhere deep within the structure of the roof. It speaks of enormous weight, yet the sound itself is gentle, absorbed and softened by the layers of timber, insulation, and snow. It is the sound of the natural world pressing in, yet held at a comfortable distance, a quiet affirmation of the estate's robust embrace. You listen intently, discerning the rhythmic, intermittent nature of these muffled murmurs. Sometimes a soft, tune-laying sound, as if the snow itself is settling deeper, consolidating its pristine blanket. Your eyes drift towards the large panoramic windows, where the still falling snow presents a constant, mesmerizing visual. Each individual flake descends with an unhurried grace, adding its delicate weight to the already profound accumulation on the roof, on the cedar deck, and across the distant peaks. The external world, a symphony of white and muted gray, feels vast and untouched, yet you are held in perfect warmth and quiet within your modern log estate. The subtle shifting sounds from above are a constant, gentle reminder of this protective cocoon, a natural lullaby from the winter landscape. The profound stillness of the interior allows these faint, distant sounds to become a comforting presence, a natural rhythm in the heart of the snowy morning. Each muffled thump or soft creak asterisk from the roof above reinforces the feeling of being deeply sheltered, perfectly secure within your elegant retreat, as the snow outside continues its silent, unhurried accumulation, inviting a deeper, unburdened sense of rest. The faint, muffled sounds of snow settling on the roof, which had quietly punctuated the morning's profound stillness, now begin to gently recede, replaced by a subtle, aromatic invitation from a different corner of the estate. A delicate, herbaceous scent, clean and slightly earthy, subtly begins to unfurl, guiding your unhurried steps from the grand hall's expansive warmth. The consistent heat of the underfloor heating beneath your bare feet remains a comforting presence as you move across the smooth, wide planks of aged oak. You glide into the sleek modern kitchen, a space defined by its minimalist precision and natural materials. The cool, honed granite of the countertops feels substantial and smooth beneath your fingertips as you lean against it, a refreshing contrast to the ambient warmth of the room. The morning light, still a soft, diffused pearl white, streams gently through the panoramic windows, illuminating the subtle sheen of brushed steel appliances and the rich, dark grain of the hinoki wood cabinetry. The pristine, white landscape beyond the glass remains a serene, constant backdrop, the snowflakes continuing their silent, unhurried descent. Your gaze drifts towards a recessed shelf within the cabinetry, where an array of carefully selected herbal teas is neatly arranged in opaque, airtight ceramic jars. Each jar, a matte, cool gray, holds its contents in perfect preservation. You reach for a specific jar, its smooth, cool ceramic surface a pleasant weight in your hand. With a gentle twist, the lid yields with a soft, almost imperceptible hiss as the seal breaks, releasing a concentrated burst of fragrant aroma. Perhaps chamomile, lavender, or a blend of calming Japanese herbs. The scent is pure, dry, and deeply soothing, filling your immediate space. You select a delicate tea infuser, a small, finely woven mesh sphere of dark, precision-engineered metal, its surface cool and smooth. With meticulous care, you scoop a measure of the dried herbs from the jar, feeling their delicate, papery texture as they fall into the infuser with a soft, dry trawl's rustle. The lid of the infuser closes with a subtle, reassuring click, sealing the herbs within. You then gently return the ceramic jar to its precise spot on the shelf, the softest sarts as sart, as it settles. Next, you approach the sleek, brushed steel kettle, its minimalist design a testament to modern efficiency. You lift it, feeling its balanced weight, and move to the integrated faucet, its cool, smooth metal, a familiar touch. With a soft, controlled whoosh, filtered water fills the kettle, the sound clear and clean against the quiet hum of the house. You place the kettle back onto its induction base, and with a soft, almost inaudible dosis beep, the heating process begins. The quiet, steadily increasing murmur of the water as it begins to warm, a low, gentle rumble, becomes a comforting presence in the serene kitchen. While the water heats, you select a yunomi, a handleless ceramic teacup, from a nearby open shelf. Its surface, a smooth, unglazed stoneware in a muted, earthy tone, feels cool and slightly porous in your hand. You appreciate its simple, elegant form, perfectly designed for quiet contemplation. The gentle, rhythmic sound of the water in the kettle intensifies slightly, a quiet anticipation building in the tranquil space. Through the wide kitchen window you observe the continued, delicate dance of the snowflakes, each one a tiny, silent marvel, adding to the pristine, soft white blanket outside. As the kettle reaches its precise temperature, indicated by a soft, almost musical chime, you pour the steaming water into the asterisk yunomi. The hot liquid flows with a soft, even crease stream, kissing the cool ceramic, creating a delicate, ethereal plume of steam that rises, carrying with it the now activated, soothing aroma of the herbal tea. The cool, smooth feel of polished stone greets your hand as you gently push open a sliding shoji screen, stepping from the encompassing warmth of the sleek kitchen into a hushed, enclosed space. The delicate, herbaceous aroma of the freshly steeped tea you carry in its warm grushunomi mingles faintly with the crisp, clean air that subtly permeates this inner courtyard. Here, the morning's soft, diffused pearl-white light, still filtered by the persistent snowfall, casts an ethereal glow across the carefully raked gravel and precisely placed dark stones, creating a miniature world of serene, minimalist beauty. Your bare feet meet the cool, finely textured surface of large, flat stepping stones that form a deliberate path across the courtyard's perimeter. Each stone, a dark, volcanic rock, feels solid and ancient beneath your soles, a grounding contrast to the ethereal snow. You walk slowly, deliberately, the subtle crunch of the fresh snow under the very edge of the stones, providing the only sound in this profound quiet. The thick, insulating walls of the estate rise around this private sanctuary, creating an intimate enclosure, a silent witness to the gentle descent of the flakes. You approach a small, low bench crafted from a single, smoothly polished slab of dark granite, its surface dusted with a delicate layer of fresh snow. The cool, smooth stone of the bench feels intensely cold as your gloved hand brushes against it, a sharp, invigorating sensation that quickly dissipates. With careful intention, you place the warm treksunomi onto a small, dry space on the bench, the softest thabamic, against stone barely audible. The steam from the herbal tea rises in a delicate, almost invisible plume, carrying its soothing fragrance into the cold, crisp air, a comforting counterpoint to the chill. Your gaze lifts, taking in the intricate patterns created by the falling snow. Each individual flake, distinct and ephemeral, dances with an unhurried grace against the muted gray sky. A silent, swirling ballet. They settle onto the dark, precisely pruned branches of a miniature pine, adorning its needles with a delicate frosting, transforming its stark form into a soft, ethereal sculpture. The contrast between the dark, rough bark and the pristine white crystals is a study in natural elegance. You notice how the snow has accumulated in soft, rounded mounds on the larger, moss-covered stones, softening their ancient, rugged contours. A subtle, clean scent of pure snow, almost metallic in its crispness, fills your lungs with each slow, deliberate breath. You reach out, letting a single, perfect snowflake land on the back of your gloved hand, feeling its momentary, exquisite coolness before it melts into a tiny, clear droplet. The profound stillness of the courtyard is occasionally punctuated by the softest whisper of wind carrying a flurry of flakes against the rough, timbered wall of the estate, a delicate, almost musical sound that quickly fades into the pervasive silence. You lift the asterisk Yunomi again, its warmth, a comforting presence against your palms. The herbal tea, now perfectly steeped, offers a warm, earthy taste, a subtle sweetness that lingers on your tongue, a grounding sensation in the cool air. You sip slowly, allowing the warmth to spread through you, a quiet internal glow that complements the serene, pristine beauty of the snow-covered courtyard. The gentle, unhurried fall of snow continues, each flake adding to the quiet accumulation, creating a profound sense of peace within the enclosed space. You simply rest, cradling the warm shinomi, allowing the cool, pristine beauty of the inner courtyard to deepen your sense of tranquil awareness, as the silent, endless descent of winter unfolds around you. The cool, smooth feel of the polished stone in the inner courtyard gradually gives way to the familiar warmth of the oak flooring as you re-enter the main log estate. The crisp, clean air of the snowy morning, which had invigorated you outside, now softens, mingling with the subtle, comforting aroma of the herbal tea you still cradle in its warm chunomi. The pearl-white light of the persistent snowfall, diffused and serene, guides your unhurried steps towards a quieter, more intimate corner of the expansive space. You approach a recessed area, almost a hidden room, defined by a series of sliding shoji screens crafted from pale, untreated cedar and delicate rice paper. This is your reading nook, a sanctuary of profound quiet. With a gentle, deliberate movement, your fingertips slide along the smooth, cool wood of the screen frame, feeling the finely sanded grain. The screen glides open with a soft, almost imperceptible shush, revealing an interior bathed in a soft, golden glow. Within the nook, a large shoji lantern stands on a low, dark, lacquered table, its paper panels diffusing the light into a warm, inviting luminescence. The soft, even glow fills the small, timber-lined space, creating a sense of intimate enclosure, a gentle counterpoint to the bright, snowy world just beyond the exterior walls. The air here carries a faint, comforting scent of aged paper and warm wood, a subtle perfume of quiet contemplation. You settle onto a deep, plush cushion upholstered in a rich, indigo linen, its firm yet yielding surface conforming gently to your form. The warmth of the underfloor heating rises, a consistent, comforting presence beneath your bare feet, extending into this cozy retreat. You place the still warm shunomi of herbal tea onto the small, smooth surface of the lacquered table beside you, its ceramic base making the softest truce as it settles. The delicate steam from the tea continues to rise, carrying its soothing, herbaceous aroma into the gentle light. Your gaze then falls upon a small, minimalist bookshelf integrated into the hinoki wood wall, holding a select collection of cherished novels. You reach for a familiar volume, its spine a rich, muted green, the cover a soft, slightly textured linen. The book feels substantial, its weight a comforting presence in your hands, promising hours of quiet immersion. Your fingertips trace the subtle, embossed title on the cover, feeling the delicate impression of the letters. The book opens with a soft, almost inaudible creak of its well-worn binding, revealing pages of cream-colored paper, slightly softened with age. The faint, sweet scent of old paper and ink rises as you open to your bookmark, a slender strip of finely woven silk. The soft glow from the shoji lantern illuminates the elegant typeface, each character clear and perfectly formed. You begin to read, your eyes moving slowly, deliberately across the lines of text. The gentle rustle of the turning page, a soft, dry whisper, becomes a rhythmic punctuation in the profound stillness of the nook. Each word, each sentence flows smoothly, absorbing your attention, drawing you deeper into the narrative. Outside the screened windows of the main estate, the snow continues its unhurried descent, a silent, constant presence that seems to deepen the quiet within your reading sanctuary. The warmth of the asterisk Unomi against your hand is a subtle, grounding anchor, a gentle comfort as the world outside continues its tranquil, silent transformation. The soft, even glow of the shoji lantern bathes the pages in a serene light, inviting your thoughts to settle, to simply follow the quiet unfolding of the story. You breathe slowly, feeling the gentle rhythm of your own breath, as the delicate rustle of the turning pages continues, a peaceful, hypnotic sound in the heart of the snowy morning. The quiet of the log estate, enveloped by the falling snow, encourages a profound sense of restful calm. The gentle rustle of the final page turning in your cherished novel marks a quiet conclusion to your reading in the soft glow of the shoji lantern. As you carefully close the book, its linen cover, cool and subtly textured, feels substantial in your hands. You place it onto the low, lacquered table with a soft, almost imperceptible husted, the sound absorbed by the quietude of the nook. The warmth of the asterisk Unomi in your hand feels even more pronounced, a comforting anchor against a sudden, subtle coolness in the air, a delicate whisper of the outside world finding its way into your serene space. You slowly rise from the deep indigo linen cushion, its soft fibers yielding then gently springing back to their form. The consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor heating beneath your bare feet remains a constant presence as you step onto the smooth, wide planks of aged oak. You carry the asterisk Unomi with you, its warmth radiating through the ceramic, a small, grounding comfort as you move with unhurried grace from the intimate enclosure of the reading nook, back into the slightly more expansive, yet equally tranquil corridor of the log estate. The soft diffused pearl-white light of the snowy morning, still persistent, guides your gaze along the clean lines of the timbered wall. Your attention is drawn to a faint, rhythmic swoosh of air, almost like a soft breath, emanating from a large, precision-engineered window. As you approach, you notice a slender vertical gap where the heavy, insulated glass panel is slightly ajar, a deliberate, minimal opening allowing a controlled exchange of the interior's warmth with the exterior's crispness. The cool air, now more distinct, brushes gently against your cheek, carrying with it a faint, invigorating scent that you instinctively recognize. You carefully place the asterisk Unomi onto the smooth, dark hinoki wood sill, its ceramic base making no sound. Leaning slightly closer to the narrow opening, you feel the distinct coolness of the outside air against your face, a refreshing contrast to the warmth of your cashmere. A delicate, sharp aroma, undeniably the crisp scent of pine, is carried on the gentle breeze, filling your senses. You take a slow, deep breath, allowing the pure, resinous fragrance of the winter forest to permeate your lungs, a clean, invigorating sensation. Through the slender gap you catch glimpses of individual snowflakes, still silently descending, their intricate forms momentarily visible before they vanish into the accumulating softness on the distant branches of the evergreens. The subtle, rhythmic sigh of the gentle breeze as it passes through the narrow opening is a soft, almost hypnotic sound, a quiet counterpoint to the profound stillness that otherwise defines the snowy morning. This delicate whisper of wind carries with it not only the sharp, clean scent of pine, but also the almost imperceptible muted sounds of the distant forest, perhaps the soft shush of snow sliding from a high branch, or the faint rustling whisper of wind through the heavily laden needles. You close your eyes for a moment, letting these subtle sensory inputs blend and meld, creating a complete, immersive experience of the winter morning, a bridge between the comforting interior and the pristine wilderness. The crisp, clean scent of pine, carried on the soft, gentle breeze, lingers delicately in the air around you, a refreshing counterpoint to the deep, encompassing warmth of the estate. You open your eyes, letting the subtle rhythmic whisper of the wind and the pure aroma of the winter forest deepen your sense of profound tranquility as the quiet, snowy day continues its unhurried, peaceful unfolding. The crisp scent of pine, which had subtly filled the air through the slightly ajar window, now gently dissipates, replaced by a profound, enveloping warmth that draws you deeper into the tranquil core of your estate. The comforting heat of the underfloor system beneath your bare feet remains a constant, grounding presence as you move with unhurried steps across the smooth, wide planks of aged oak. A quiet anticipation builds, a subtle invitation to a deeper, more profound relaxation. You approach a discreet sliding door, crafted from dark, lacquered cedar, its surface cool and smooth beneath your fingertips. With a gentle, deliberate push, it glides open with a soft, almost imperceptible whisper, revealing a pathway lined with polished volcanic stone. The air here is immediately different, warm, humid, and carrying a faint, clean mineral scent, a distinct promise of the private onsen. The light, still a soft, diffused pearl white from the persistent snowfall, filters in through frosted panels, creating an ethereal glow. Stepping onto the cool, finely textured stone, you follow the path, each step absorbed by the resilient material beneath your soles. The sound of gentle, rhythmic churning, A low, consistent murmur grows clearer with each step, the quiet hum of your onsen's state-of-the-art filtration system. This subtle mechanical whisper is a comforting assurance of purity, a constant guardian of the thermal spring water's pristine quality, a soft, almost hypnotic pulse in the serene space. You reach the edge of the large, open-air onsen bath, its dark, natural stone basin brimming with steaming, mineral-rich water. Delicate plumes of steam rise gracefully from the surface, swirling gently in the cool air before dissipating into the soft, snowy morning. The contrast between the intense, inviting warmth of the water and the crisp, cold air on your skin is invigorating. You carefully lower yourself into the bath, the warm water rising slowly around your ankles, then your calves, and finally enveloping your entire body in its profound, soothing embrace. As you settle, leaning back against the smooth, cool edge of the natural stone, the quiet hum of the filtration system becomes even more palpable, a low, resonant vibration that seems to travel through the water itself, a subtle, rhythmic pulse against your skin. The warmth of the spring water penetrates deeply, loosening any lingering tension, a profound, restorative heat that sinks into your muscles and bones. The air above the water, thick with delicate steam, feels soft and humid against your face, while the cooler, crisp air from above brushes gently against your hair. Your gaze lifts, taking in the pristine beauty of your private onsen, entirely surrounded by the freshly fallen snow. The dark, rugged boulders that form the outer edge of the basin are now capped with soft, undisturbed white, creating a stark yet harmonious contrast with the deep, warm water. Beyond the enclosure, the snow continues its unhurried descent, each flake a silent, individual dancer against the muted gray sky, adding to the accumulating blanket on the distant evergreens. The profound silence of the snowfall seems to absorb all other sounds, leaving only the gentle hum of the filtration system and the soft lapping of the water as you shift. The subtle, earthy mineral scent of the spring water, now fully activated by the heat, subtly perfumes the air, a natural aroma that is both grounding and deeply calming. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the warmth of the water, the gentle hum of the filtration, and the imagined, silent fall of snow outside merge into a singular, profound sensation of peace and deep, unburdened rest. The continuous, quiet hum of the filtration system becomes a constant, hypnotic presence, a soothing rhythm in the heart of the snowy morning. The profound restorative warmth of the private onsen, still lingering deep within your muscles and bones, now gently encourages you back towards the interior warmth of the log estate. The subtle, rhythmic hum of the filtration system, which had been a constant, soothing presence, slowly fades as you rise from the steaming water. The cool, crisp air on your skin invigorates for a moment, before you wrap yourself in a soft, thick cotton robe, its fibers soft and absorbent. Moving with unhurried steps across the smooth, wide planks of aged oak, the consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor system remains a grounding presence beneath your bare feet. The pearl-white light of the snowy morning, still diffused and serene, has begun its subtle shift towards the softer, warmer tones of late afternoon, hinting at the approaching evening. A quiet inclination guides you towards the main living area, where the suspended fireplace, though unlit, radiates a faint, residual warmth. Your gaze settles on a deep, comfortable armchair positioned near the expansive panoramic window, offering a sweeping view of the snow-covered landscape. The chair, upholstered in a rich, dark charcoal wool, invites a moment of quiet repose. You approach it, your movements fluid and unhurried, a gentle preparation for an evening of quiet contemplation. The ambient air of the room carries a faint, clean scent of polished wood and the subtle, earthy aroma of the logs that form the estate's walls. You reach for a stack of carefully folded blankets on a low, dark elm side table. Your fingers brush against a particular one, its fibers immediately signaling its exquisite softness. It is a blanket of pure, undyed merino wool, its surface a subtle, heathered gray, promising profound warmth without weight. As you lift it, the blanket feels surprisingly light, yet substantial, its soft, natural scent, a delicate whisper of lanolin and clean wool. The fabric drapes with an elegant fluidity, its fibers soft and yielding to the touch. With slow, deliberate movements, you begin to drape the soft wool blanket over the armchair. The fabric unfolds with a quiet, almost imperceptible swoosh as it settles across the back and arms of the chair. You smooth out any creases with gentle, open palms, feeling the fine, soft texture of the wool beneath your touch, arranging it just so, creating an inviting cascade of warmth and comfort. The blanket settles with a soft, comforting weight, its natural fibers absorbing the ambient warmth of the room, preparing to hold it close. Each fold and curve is intentional, creating an inviting, soft nest. You pause, stepping back slightly, allowing your eyes to take in the inviting tableau. The soft wool blanket, a quiet promise of comfort, now perfectly drapes the armchair, its muted gray tone harmonizing with the dark charcoal of the upholstery and the warm timber surroundings. Beyond the panoramic window, the snow continues its unhurried descent, a silent, constant presence, painting the landscape in ever deeper shades of white and muted gray as the afternoon light slowly begins its final fade. The profound stillness of the room, undisturbed by any external sound, allows for a deep, unhurried absorption of the peaceful scene. The soft, inviting warmth of the wool blanket, now perfectly draped, seems to emanate a quiet invitation to settle, to simply be present in this moment of serene anticipation. You breathe slowly, feeling the gentle rhythm of your own breath, as the quiet beauty of the snow-covered world outside and the comforting warmth within the estate deepen your sense of tranquil calm, preparing for an evening of unburdened rest. The soft, inviting drape of the merino wool blanket, which you had just arranged over the armchair, seems to hold the quiet promise of the evening. The subtle, crisp scent of pine, a lingering memory from the slightly ajar window, gently dissipates as you move with unhurried steps across the warm oak floor. The afternoon light, now a softer, more golden hue, begins its slow descent, painting the interior with long, tranquil shadows, hinting at the approaching twilight and a quiet meal. You find yourself drawn back into the sleek, modern kitchen, a space of minimalist precision and calm efficiency. The cool, honed granite of the countertops feels solid and smooth beneath your fingertips as you lean against it, a familiar grounding sensation. The soft ambient light from the panoramic windows illuminates the dark, brushed steel appliances and the rich, warm grain of the hinoki wood cabinetry. The pristine white landscape beyond the glass remains a serene, constant backdrop, the snowflakes continuing their silent, unhurried descent, creating a profound stillness that pervades the entire estate. Your gaze settles on a small, dark wooden block, precisely crafted from Japanese oak, holding a collection of impeccably maintained chef's knives. Each blade, a work of art in itself, gleams with a subtle, almost liquid sheen under the soft kitchen light. You reach for a particular knife, its handle of smooth, dark packawood fitting perfectly into your palm. The blade, a single piece of high-carbon steel, feels substantial yet perfectly balanced in your hand, its cool, sharp edge hinting at its precision. You select a fine-grit sharpening stone, a rectangular block of pale, porous ceramic, which rests on a small, stable, non-slip mat beside the sink. With a quiet, controlled motion, you run a gentle stream of cool water over the stone, watching as it darkens, absorbing the moisture, preparing its surface for the delicate task. The soft hiss of the water against the stone is a gentle, almost meditative sound, a subtle counterpoint to the profound quiet of the kitchen. A faint, earthy scent of wet stone rises, clean and mineral. With a deliberate, unhurried movement, you bring the chef's knife to the wet stone. Positioning the blade at a precise, consistent angle, you begin to draw it across the surface with a long, even stroke. The subtle rhythmic of the steel gliding against the stone is a deeply soothing sound, a whisper of friction that speaks of meticulous care and quiet dedication. Each stroke is measured, intentional, creating a delicate, almost invisible slurry of metal and stone. You feel the subtle vibration of the blade in your hand, a gentle feedback that guides your motion. You flip the blade, maintaining the precise angle, and repeat the motion on the other side, the rhythmic process continuing its hypnotic cadence. The faint, metallic scent of freshly abraded steel, clean and sharp, subtly perfumes the air, mingling with the earthy aroma of the wet stone. You pause, running your thumb delicately along the blade's edge, feeling for the subtle burr, a tiny, almost imperceptible curl of metal that indicates optimal sharpness. The edge is now exquisitely keen, a testament to the methodical process. You rinse the blade under a gentle stream of cool water, washing away the slurry. Then, carefully wipe it dry with a soft, clean linen cloth, feeling the pristine smoothness of the polished steel. The knife, now perfectly sharpened, catches the soft golden light with a renewed, almost luminous brilliance, ready for its quiet purpose. The sense of precision and readiness fills the tranquil kitchen, a subtle anticipation for the evening meal. The rhythmic est of the sharpening stone, now fading into a quiet memory, leaves a profound sense of calm and order in the sleek kitchen. The precise, satisfying keenness of the freshly sharpened chef's knife, now returned to its dark wooden block, leaves a lingering sense of order and quiet readiness in the sleek kitchen. The faint, metallic scent of steel, a subtle reminder of your meticulous work, slowly dissipates. The afternoon light, which had softened to a golden hue, now deepens to a profound indigo, painting the panoramic windows with the encroaching twilight. A clear signal of night's gentle descent. You move with unhurried steps from the cool granite of the kitchen island, across the warm oak planks of the main living area, drawn by the deepening shadows and the increasing contrast between the interior warmth and the external cold. The consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor heating beneath your bare feet remains a constant, grounding presence, guiding you towards the expansive window that frames the winter landscape. The air inside is perfectly still, perfectly temperate, a quiet sanctuary from the crisp, cold air now pressing softly against the outer glass. As you approach the vast expanse of the window, its surface feels cool to the touch, a subtle barrier between you and the profound cold outside. Your gaze settles on the glass, not on the distant, fading peaks, but on the delicate, intricate patterns now beginning to form. Tiny, ethereal tendrils of frost, like miniature ferns or delicate lace, are slowly creeping across the lower edges of the pane, a silent, organic artistry brought forth by the meeting of warm interior and freezing exterior. The light from within the estate catches these nascent formations, making them shimmer with a faint, almost otherworldly glow against the deepening darkness outside. You lean closer, your breath momentarily fogging a small patch of the cool glass, before it quickly clears, leaving an even more distinct view of the developing patterns. Your fingertips gently trace the smooth, cool surface of the pane, careful not to disturb the delicate crystalline structures. The subtle, almost imperceptible coolsing of the cold glass against your skin is a fleeting sensation, a precise reminder of the profound temperature difference. You observe how the frost patterns grow, each delicate branch extending outwards, driven by an unseen natural geometry, a silent, slow dance of ice and air. Beyond the forming frost, the world outside has now fully surrendered to the night. The falling snow, which had been a constant presence all day, is now barely visible, a shimmering, almost ghostly curtain of pale white against the profound blackness. The distant evergreens, heavy with their fresh coating, appear as dark, imposing silhouettes, their forms softened and muted by the deep snow, their branches now holding countless tiny sparkling crystals that catch the faint ambient light from within the estate. The silence is absolute, a deep, absorbing hush that seems to press in from all directions, broken only by the almost imperceptible hum of the house's systems. You close your eyes for a moment, simply feeling the subtle coolness emanating from the window pane, breathing in the clean, faint scent of the interior air. When you open them again, the frost patterns seem to have grown, expanding their intricate lacework, a slow, mesmerizing transformation. Each new tendril, each delicate feather of ice, is a testament to the quiet power of winter, a fleeting, beautiful decoration on the boundary between your warm, silent world and the cold, hushed expanse outside. The delicate frost patterns continue their silent, intricate growth across the window panes, a mesmerizing, slow unfolding that invites your thoughts to settle, to simply observe this quiet artistry of the descending night. The profound stillness of the estate, enveloped by the deep, snowy darkness, encourages a deep, unburdened sense of calm and a gentle anticipation of rest. The intricate frost patterns which had silently adorned your window panes as night descended now give way to the soft, diffused light of a new morning, a gentle transition from the deep, snowy darkness. The subtle, clean scent of cold glass and winter air, a lingering memory of your observation, slowly dissipates. As you move with unhurried steps across the warm oak floor, a fresh, clean aroma, reminiscent of crisp linens, delicately guides you towards a quieter, more functional corner of the estate. You push open a seamless, hinoki wood door, its movement a whisper against its track, revealing the dedicated utility room. The air here is clean and warm, subtly perfumed with the faint, invigorating scent of freshly laundered fabric. Soft, recessed lighting, carefully integrated into the ceiling, casts an even, gentle glow across the pristine surfaces of honed granite countertops and minimalist cabinetry. The room is a testament to quiet efficiency, its design prioritizing order and calm. On a large, smooth granite folding surface, a neat stack of freshly laundered linen awaits your attention. The fabric, a pristine, unbleached white, appears almost luminous in the soft light. You reach out, your fingertips brushing against the cool, crisp surface of a large, flat sheet. The texture is unmistakably linen, smooth yet with a subtle, inherent crispness, a delicate stiffness that speaks of its natural fibers and careful pressing. A faint, clean scent of fresh laundry, a subtle blend of pure water and gentle soap, rises with your touch, invigorating and comforting. With slow, deliberate movements, you lift the sheet, feeling its substantial yet airy weight. The fabric unfolds with a soft, almost musical snap as you stretch it to its full length, the sound echoing gently in the quiet room. You smooth it across the granite surface, feeling the cool, firm stone beneath the warm, crisp linen. Your palms press down, flattening any subtle creases, the smooth friction of hand against fabric, a soothing, rhythmic motion. The sheer size of the sheet, spread out before you, is a canvas of pure white. You begin the calming ritual of folding. With precise, measured movements, you bring one edge to meet the other, the fabric aligning with a soft, satisfying nanner plop as the layers come together. You press down again firmly, feeling the crispness of the multiple layers beneath your hands. The subtle, rhythmic whoosh-ingenument of air being expelled from between the folds is a delicate, almost hypnotic sound, a gentle punctuation in the profound stillness of the utility room. Each fold is deliberate, intentional, creating sharp, clean lines and perfectly squared corners. As you continue, the sheet transforms from an expansive, flowing fabric into a compact, neat rectangle. The clean, fresh scent of the linen intensifies slightly with each fold, a constant, comforting presence. You stack the folded sheet onto a growing pile of similar items, the soft thud of linen on linen barely audible, a testament to its gentle weight and soft texture. The feeling of order and quiet accomplishment fills the space, a serene, grounding sensation. The quiet, rhythmic sounds of folding freshly laundered linen continue, a soothing cadence in the tranquil utility room. The crisp, clean scent of the fabric lingers delicately in the air, a gentle invitation to deeper relaxation. The snow outside, still falling softly, blankets the world in profound silence, mirroring the deep, unhurried calm settling within the estate as the morning gently unfolds. The clean, crisp scent of freshly laundered linen, a lingering presence from your work in the utility room, now subtly fades, replaced by the profound stillness of the late evening. The soft, diffused light of the snowy morning has long since yielded to the deep, encompassing darkness outside, a silent transition to the heart of the night. You move with unhurried steps across the warm oak floor, the consistent heat of the underfloor heating a familiar, comforting presence beneath your bare feet, guiding you towards the quiet sanctuary of your bedroom. As you enter your minimalist bedroom, the ambient light is low, emanating from a discreet, indirect source, casting a soft, golden glow that highlights the rich grain of the hinoki wood paneling. The air here is perfectly still, perfectly temperate, carrying a faint, clean scent of natural wood and fresh air. Your gaze is immediately drawn to the large, panoramic window, which now acts as a canvas for the ethereal dance of moonlight. The heavy, insulated glass, cool to the touch, separates you from the profound cold and silence of the snowy night. Across the resilient, woven tatami floor mats that define a section of your bedroom, delicate patterns of light and shadow are cast, a silent, ephemeral artwork created by the moonlight. The minimalist window frames, crafted from dark, precisely joined cedar, form sharp, geometric lines against the luminous backdrop of the snow outside. These frames, now stark silhouettes, project their precise angles onto the pale rush-grass tatami, creating long, rectilinear shadows that stretch and shift with the subtle, slow movement of the moon across the night sky. You approach the window, your bare feet making no sound on the soft tatami. Leaning gently against the cool glass, you feel the profound cold emanating from outside, a stark contrast to the warmth of the room. Your eyes follow the intricate interplay of light and dark on the floor. The moonlight, a pure, silvery white, illuminates the subtle texture of the woven tatami, highlighting the individual strands of rush grass that form its surface. Where the moonlight falls directly, the tatami glows with a soft, almost luminous quality. Where the shadows of the window frames lie, the surface appears darker, richer, absorbing the light. Beyond the glass, the world is bathed in an ethereal silvery glow. The deep snow, which has accumulated steadily throughout the day, reflects the moonlight with an almost blinding brilliance, transforming the landscape into a pristine, otherworldly expanse. The distant evergreens, heavy with their silent white burdens, cast long, deep shadows across the luminous terrain, their forms softened and muted by the pervasive light. The falling snow, now a mere whisper, is almost invisible, a ghostly shimmer against the profound darkness of the moonlit sky. Adding to the sense of quiet enchantment, you close your eyes for a moment, simply feeling the cool glass against your forehead, breathing in the clean, silent air of the bedroom. When you open them again, the soft shadow play on the tatami floor seems to have subtly shifted, the geometric patterns having moved just a fraction, a silent, slow progression of time. The profound stillness of the room, undisturbed by any external sound, allows for a deep, unhurried absorption of this peaceful, natural spectacle. The soft, shifting shadow play of moonlight on your tatami floor continues its silent, mesmerizing dance, a tranquil, ephemeral artistry in the heart of the snowy night. You simply watch, allowing the quiet beauty of the moonlit landscape and the gentle, rhythmic patterns of light and shadow to deepen your sense of profound calm, inviting a deep, unburdened rest as the night unfolds around you. The soft, shifting shadow play of moonlight on your tatami floor, a tranquil memory from the deep of the night, now gently recedes, replaced by the subtle, diffused light of a new, snowy morning. The profound stillness of the bedroom, unbroken by any sound, is slowly filled with a faint, clean aroma, a delicate blend of hinoki wood and pure water subtly beckoning you. You move with unhurried steps across the warm tatami, the familiar give of its woven surface, a comforting presence beneath your bare feet, guiding you towards the adjacent, spa-like bathroom. As you enter the bathroom, the air immediately feels warmer, subtly humid, carrying the distinct, clean scent of hinoki wood from the soaking tub, a familiar and deeply calming aroma. The soft, even glow of recessed lighting casts a serene ambiance across the expansive, polished stone surfaces and the minimalist fixtures of dark, brushed metal. Through the large frosted window, the pearl-white light of the morning, still muted by the persistent snowfall, filters in, creating a private, ethereal luminescence. The world outside, a pristine canvas of white, feels held at a comforting distance, its coldness softened by the interior warmth. Your gaze settles on a small, precisely crafted cedar shelf, integrated seamlessly into the hinoki wood paneling near the vanity. Arranged upon it is a collection of small, dark glass bottles, each containing a precious essential oil blend. Their labels, minimalist and elegant, indicate various calming properties: lavender, sandalwood, bergamot, and several unique Japanese blends designed for profound relaxation. The glass bottles feel cool and smooth to the touch, their dark surfaces reflecting the soft light. You reach for a specific bottle, its small, weighty form fitting comfortably into your palm. Perhaps it is a blend of hinoki and yuzu, or a delicate combination of cedar wood and frankincense, chosen for its grounding and calming properties. The glass is cool and smooth, its dark color protecting the precious contents within. With a slow, deliberate movement, you gently twist the cap, feeling the subtle resistance before it yields with a soft, almost imperceptible click. A concentrated burst of aromatic essence rises, a complex, deeply soothing fragrance that immediately begins to fill your senses, weaving its way into the existing hinoki scent of the room. You bring the open bottle closer, inhaling slowly, deeply, allowing the pure, natural perfume to permeate your lungs. The scent is layered, subtle yet potent, a quiet invitation to deeper relaxation. You then turn your attention to the sleek minimalist diffuser that sits on the vanity, its smooth matte ceramic surface, a soft, cool gray. With careful precision, you lift its delicate ceramic lid, revealing a small, shallow reservoir of cool, clear water. The softest plink of ceramic against ceramic is the only sound as the lid is gently removed. With steady hands, you tilt the bottle of essential oil, allowing 2, perhaps 3, precise droplets to fall into the water. The tiny, almost invisible talo plink that detostu of the oil hitting the water's surface is a delicate, precise sound, followed by the immediate, gentle spread of the oil across the water, creating a subtle, shimmering film. The aroma, now released into the air, becomes softer, more diffused, yet still profoundly present, a gentle, fragrant cloud. You replace the diffuser lid with the same quiet care, the softened clink, a final punctuation. With a soft, almost imperceptible times, you activate the diffuser. A delicate, cool mist immediately begins to rise from its opening, a silent, ethereal plume carrying the calming essential oil blend into the warm, humid air of the spa-like bathroom. The subtle, fragrant mist slowly fills the space, intertwining with the existing hinoki aroma, creating an atmosphere of profound tranquility. The delicate, fragrant mist from the diffuser, which had quietly filled your spa-like bathroom, now gently dissipates, leaving a lingering, subtle aroma of calming essential oils. The soft, diffused pearl-white light of the snowy morning, a constant presence throughout the day, has begun its slow, graceful transition into the deeper, more profound blues of twilight. You move with unhurried steps across the warm oak floor, the consistent heat of the underfloor, heating a familiar, comforting presence beneath your bare feet, guiding you back towards the quiet sanctuary of your bedroom. As you enter your minimalist bedroom, the ambient light is low, emanating from discrete, indirect sources, casting a soft golden glow that highlights the rich grain of the hinoki wood paneling. The air here is perfectly still, perfectly temperate, carrying a faint, clean scent of natural wood and the subtle, lingering trace of the essential oils. Your gaze is immediately drawn to the large, panoramic window beside your bed, which now acts as a dynamic canvas for the gentle movements of the winter night. The heavy, insulated glass, cool to the touch, separates you from the profound cold and silence outside. Beyond the clear glass, the landscape is slowly transforming. The deep snow, which has accumulated steadily throughout the day, reflects the fading twilight with an ethereal, silvery luminescence. Your attention is captivated by the gentle sway of snow-laden branches, belonging to the dense cluster of evergreens just beyond your window. Each branch, heavy with its pristine white burden, moves with a slow, deliberate grace, a silent, rhythmic dance against the deepening indigo of the sky. The movement is almost imperceptible at first, a subtle tremor, then a more pronounced, gentle undulation, as if the trees are breathing with the soft, unseen currents of the winter air. You settle into the soft, inviting layers of your organic linen duvet, the cool, crisp fabric, a pleasant contrast to the warmth of your skin. Propped up against the firm, yet yielding bolster pillow, you find yourself perfectly positioned to observe this quiet spectacle. Your eyes follow the intricate movements of a particular branch, laden with a thick, soft coating of snow. It dips and rises with a slow, hypnotic rhythm, its delicate branches appearing almost weightless despite their heavy burden. A faint, almost imperceptible shush of snow against snow, or the soft creak of wood under strain, occasionally reaches your ears, carried on the gentle, distant breeze, a delicate punctuation in the profound stillness of the night. The subtle light from the deepening twilight catches the individual snow crystals clinging to the branches, making them shimmer with a faint, almost ethereal sparkle as they sway. You notice how a small cluster of flakes, dislodged by the gentle movement, falls in a silent, slow cascade, disappearing into the accumulating softness below with no sound. The entire scene is one of profound tranquility, a natural ballet performed for your quiet observation. The crisp, clean scent of fresh snow, carried on the subtle breeze, seems to subtly filter in, mingling with the clean hinoki aroma of your room, a delicate blend of interior warmth and exterior purity. You close your eyes for a moment, simply feeling the warmth of your bedding, breathing in the clean, silent air of the bedroom. When you open them again, the gentle sway of the snow-laden branches continues, a constant, soothing rhythm against the deepening night sky. The profound stillness of the room, undisturbed by any external sound, allows for a deep, unhurried absorption of this peaceful, natural spectacle. The subtle, rhythmic movement outside your window becomes a visual lullaby, inviting your thoughts to slow, to simply be present in this moment of serene contemplation. The gentle sway of snow-laden branches, a tranquil memory from your bedside window, now recedes as the deep blue of twilight fully embraces the snowy landscape outside. The lingering, subtle aroma of calming essential oils, a delicate presence in your bedroom, slowly dissipates into the hushed air. You move with unhurried steps across the warm oak floor, the consistent heat of the underfloor heating a familiar, comforting presence beneath your bare feet, guiding you towards the quiet sanctuary of your dressing room, preparing for the peaceful ritual of sleep. As you enter your minimalist dressing room, the ambient light is low, emanating from discrete, indirect sources, casting a soft golden glow that highlights the rich grain of the hinoki wood cabinetry. The air here is perfectly still, perfectly temperate, carrying a faint, clean scent of natural wood and fresh air, a subtle blend of interior warmth and exterior purity. The space is uncluttered, each element chosen for its functionality and aesthetic harmony, a testament to thoughtful design. You approach a section of the cabinetry, its sliding doors crafted from precisely joined hinoki wood, their surfaces smooth and cool beneath your fingertips. With a gentle, deliberate movement, the doors glide open with a near-silent whisper on their precision runners, revealing an array of finely curated garments. Your gaze settles on a neatly folded set of silk pajamas, their surface a deep, muted indigo or a soft, undyed cream, promising luxurious comfort for the night ahead. You reach for the silk pajamas, feeling their impossibly smooth, cool surface beneath your fingertips. The fabric feels remarkably light, yet substantial, its natural sheen catching the soft golden light from the room. As you lift the folded garment, A delicate, almost ethereal rustle fills the quiet space. A soft, whisper-like sound of silk against silk, a prelude to its gentle embrace. The subtle, clean scent of fine silk, a faint, almost imperceptible aroma of natural fibers, rises with the movement, pure and delicate. With slow, deliberate movements, you begin to unfold the pajamas. The fabric flows with an exquisite fluidity, each fold yielding effortlessly. The soft shush of silk on air, a continuous, soothing sound. You slip into the trousers first, feeling the cool, smooth silk glide against your skin, a sensation of pure luxury. The fabric drapes with an elegant looseness, offering complete freedom of movement, a gentle, comforting weight. Then, the top, its long sleeves flowing over your arms, the silk, a soft, cool caress against your skin, instantly imparting a sense of serene comfort. The delicate buttons, small and polished, slide easily through their loops with a soft, almost inaudible click. You pause, allowing the luxurious coolness and profound softness of the silk to fully settle against your body. The quiet rustle of the fabric as you move, a continuous, gentle whisper, becomes a rhythmic punctuation in the profound stillness of the dressing room. The indirect light from the room casts soft, elongated shadows that dance subtly with your movements, creating a serene, almost meditative atmosphere. Through the frosted window of the dressing room, the persistent snowfall is now barely visible, a ghostly shimmer against the deep, encompassing darkness of the winter night, deepening the sense of peaceful isolation. The profound comfort of the silk pajamas now fully surrounds you, a gentle, luxurious embrace that prepares your body and mind for deep rest. You breathe slowly, feeling the gentle rhythm of your own breath, as the subtle rustle of the silk and the profound stillness of the snowy night deepen your sense of tranquil calm, inviting a deep, unburdened sleep to unfold. The profound comfort of the silk pajamas, a gentle embrace against your skin, now signals the final preparations for a night of deep, restorative sleep. The subtle rustle of the fabric, a lingering whisper from your dressing room, slowly fades into the deep quiet of the bedroom. The consistent heat of the underfloor heating beneath your bare feet remains a familiar, comforting presence as you move with unhurried steps towards your bed, drawn by the promise of warmth and rest. As you approach your bed, the ambient light in the room is low, emanating from discreet, indirect sources, casting a soft, golden glow that highlights the rich grain of the hinoki wood paneling. The air here is perfectly still, perfectly temperate, carrying a faint, clean scent of natural wood and the subtle, lingering trace of the essential oils from earlier. Your gaze settles on the bed itself, a minimalist platform design, its crisp organic linen duvet already turned back, inviting you in. You sit gently on the edge of the bed, feeling the firm yet yielding support of the mattress beneath you. The cool, crisp texture of the organic linen sheets brushes against your bare legs, a pleasant contrast to the warmth of your silk pajamas. With a slow, deliberate movement, you swing your legs up, drawing them fully onto the bed. The sheets, cool at first, quickly begin to absorb your body's warmth, becoming a soft, encompassing embrace. You shift, settling deeper into the mattress, feeling its gentle, contouring support. With a soft, almost imperceptible whoosh, you draw the luxurious duvet up over your body. It settles with a comforting weight, a substantial yet incredibly soft presence that immediately wraps you in a cocoon of warmth. The duvet, filled with ethically sourced, ultra-fine goose down, feels impossibly light and airy, yet its volume and density provide a profound sense of security and insulation against the snowy night outside. The crisp organic linen duvet cover, a pristine white, feels smooth and cool against your cheek as you adjust your head onto the soft, plump pillow. You arrange the duvet, pulling it up snugly around your shoulders, feeling its gentle pressure across your chest and limbs. The subtle rhythmic crinkle of the down feathers shifting within their baffles is a delicate, almost hypnotic sound, a soft whisper-like accompaniment to the profound stillness of the room. The warmth generated by the duvet is immediate and enveloping, a deep, even heat that quickly permeates your silk pajamas, creating a perfect microclimate of comfort. The faint, clean scent of fresh linen and pure down subtly perfumes the air around you, a deeply calming aroma. Your eyes drift towards the large, panoramic window beside your bed. Beyond the heavy, insulated glass, the world is now fully immersed in the deep, silent embrace of the snowy night. The moonlight, if visible, casts an ethereal, silvery glow over the pristine landscape, making the deep snow shimmer with an almost otherworldly brilliance. The distant evergreens, heavy with their silent white burdens, stand as dark, imposing silhouettes, their forms softened and muted by the pervasive light, their branches now holding countless tiny, sparkling crystals that catch the faint, ambient light from within the estate. The gentle sway of snow-laden branches, if any breeze stirs, is now barely perceptible, a slow, almost frozen movement against the profound darkness. The comforting weight of the luxurious duvet, perfectly adjusted around you, now cradles your body in a profound sense of warmth and security. You breathe slowly, feeling the gentle rhythm of your own breath, as the subtle sounds of the shifting duvet and the deep stillness of the snowy night deepen your sense of tranquil calm, inviting a deep, unburdened sleep to unfold. You simply rest, enveloped in softness, allowing the quiet embrace of the night to carry you into profound slumber. The comforting weight of your luxurious duvet, perfectly adjusted around you for the snowy night, now gently recedes as you stir from the threshold of sleep. The profound stillness of the bedroom, unbroken by any sound, is slowly filled with a soft, warm glow, a subtle invitation to a moment of quiet reflection. You move with unhurried grace from the embracing warmth of your bed, the silk of your pajamas a gentle whisper against your skin, as your bare feet meet the consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor heating. You step into your study, the same serene space where you had earlier contemplated antique art. The ambient light here is low, purposefully subdued, emanating from a single, slender candle placed on your minimalist, dark elm desk. Its flame, a small, steady beacon, casts a soft, golden glow that illuminates only your immediate workspace, leaving the rest of the timber-lined room in a comforting, gentle shadow. The air here is perfectly still, carrying a faint, clean scent of aged paper and warm wood, subtly mingled with a delicate, sweet aroma of beeswax from the burning candle. You settle into the low, armless leather chair, its dark, supple surface cool at first, then quickly conforming to your form, offering gentle support. The desk, a smooth, dark expanse of lacquered elm, feels cool and solid beneath your forearms as you rest them. Before you, a fresh, unlined journal of heavy, cream-colored paper lies open, its pristine surface awaiting your thoughts. Beside it, a slender, dark wood pen, perfectly balanced, rests quietly, its fine nib gleaming softly in the candlelight. You reach for the pen, feeling its cool, smooth wood against your fingertips. The subtle weight of it feels familiar, grounding. With a soft, almost imperceptible click, the cap is removed, releasing a faint, metallic scent of fresh ink. You position the pen over the blank page, allowing your thoughts to gather, to settle into the quiet rhythm of the moment. The soft glow of the candle flame dances gently, casting long, shifting shadows from the pen and your hand across the cream paper. A silent, mesmerizing play of light and dark. You begin to write, the fine nib of the pen gliding smoothly across the paper. The soft, rhythmic scratch-scratch of the ink flowing onto the page is a delicate, almost hypnotic sound, a quiet punctuation in the profound stillness of the study. Each letter, each word, forms with a deliberate grace, capturing a quiet reflection of the day, a thought, a feeling, a simple observation of the snow that continues to fall outside. The faint, sweet scent of the ink, subtle and clean, rises with each stroke, mingling with the beeswax. As you write, your gaze occasionally lifts to the dancing candle flame, its warmth a gentle presence in the cool air, its light a constant, unwavering focal point. Beyond the window of the study, the world is now fully immersed in the deep, silent embrace of the snowy night. The moonlight, if visible, casts an ethereal, silvery glow over the pristine landscape, making the deep snow shimmer with an almost otherworldly brilliance. The falling snow is now almost invisible, a ghostly shimmer against the profound darkness, adding to the sense of quiet enchantment. The soft glow of the single candle continues to illuminate your desk, casting its warm, unwavering light upon the unfolding words of your quiet reflection. You breathe slowly, feeling the gentle rhythm of your own breath, as the subtle scratch-scratch of the pen and the profound stillness of the snowy night deepen your sense of tranquil calm, inviting a deep, unburdened rest to unfold. You simply write, allowing the quiet rhythm of the moment to carry you deeper into peaceful contemplation. The soft, rhythmic scratch-scratch of your pen on paper, a tranquil memory from your quiet reflection, now gently recedes into the profound stillness of the late evening. The delicate, sweet aroma of beeswax and fresh ink slowly dissipates, replaced by a new, enveloping warmth that subtly permeates the air, carrying a distinct, clean, woody fragrance. You move with unhurried grace from the soft glow of the candle-lit desk, the silk of your pajamas, a gentle whisper against your skin, as your bare feet meet the consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor heating. You push open a seamless hinoki wood door, its movement a whisper against its track, revealing a small, intimate antechamber. The air here is noticeably warmer, subtly humid, and imbued with the unmistakable, profound scent of hinoki wood, a deep, resinous aroma that is both invigorating and deeply calming. Soft, indirect lighting, carefully recessed into the hinoki ceiling panels, casts an even, golden glow across the finely planed timber walls and benches. The profound silence of the evening, deepened by the falling snow outside, makes this space feel like a private, hushed sanctuary. You step onto the smooth, warm hinoki wood planks of the antechamber floor, each step absorbed by the resilient timber. Your gaze settles on the entrance to your private sauna, a simple, elegant door crafted from thick, clear glass, set into a frame of the same beautiful hinoki wood. The glass, faintly clouded with a delicate mist, hints at the intense, dry heat within. The aroma of hinoki wood here is richer, more concentrated, a full, enveloping presence that fills your senses with its clean, almost citrusy notes. With a gentle, deliberate motion, you reach for the cool, smooth handle of the glass door. It pulls open with a soft, almost imperceptible whoosh, releasing a wave of dry, intense heat and an even more profound burst of hinoki fragrance. The air within the sauna is immediately enveloping, a deep, pervasive warmth that instantly begins to penetrate your silk pajamas. You step inside the hinoki wood benches, already warm to the touch, feeling smooth and inviting beneath your bare skin as you settle. You sit on the lowest bench, allowing your body to slowly adjust to the profound heat. The air, dry and clean, feels soft against your skin, and you breathe deeply, allowing the rich, resinous scent of the hinoki wood to fill your lungs, a natural, earthy perfume that is deeply grounding. The only sound is the almost imperceptible tick-tick of the silent sauna heater, a subtle, rhythmic pulse that is easily absorbed by the thick timber walls. Through the small, thick glass panel in the door, you can just discern the faint, ghostly shimmer of snowflakes continuing their unhurried descent against the profound darkness outside, a tranquil contrast to your inner warmth. You close your eyes, letting the pervasive, gentle warmth penetrate deeper, loosening any lingering tension in your muscles. The subtle fragrance of the hinoki wood, now fully activated by the heat, seems to deepen with each slow, deliberate breath, an ancient, soothing aroma that promotes profound relaxation. You run your hand over the smooth, warm grain of the hinoki bench, feeling its finely sanded surface, its subtle, resilient texture. The warmth is constant, enveloping, a gentle, unwavering embrace that cradles you in perfect stillness. The subtle fragrance of hinoki wood, warm and enveloping, continues to permeate the air within your private sauna, a profound, natural aroma that promotes deep relaxation. You simply sit, allowing the gentle, pervasive warmth to settle your thoughts, as the quiet tick-tick of the heater and the profound stillness of the snowy night deepen your sense of tranquil calm, inviting a deep, unburdened rest to unfold. The lingering, profound warmth and subtle hinoki fragrance from your private sauna gently recede as you step from its embrace, the silk of your pajamas, a cool, soft contrast against your skin. The deep quiet of the late evening, a gentle presence from the snowy night, now envelops you. You move with unhurried grace across the smooth, warm hinoki wood of the antechamber, the consistent heat of the underfloor system, a familiar, comforting presence beneath your bare feet, guiding you towards a small, quiet alcove. You push open a discreet, sliding shoji screen, its movement a whisper against its track, revealing a small, intimate space dedicated to an indoor Zen garden. The ambient light here is soft and indirect, emanating from a single, low-set lantern, casting gentle, elongated shadows across the meticulously raked sand. The air feels perfectly still, carrying a faint, earthy scent of polished stone and dry sand, a subtle perfume of quiet contemplation. The profound silence of the evening, deepened by the falling snow outside, makes this space feel like a private, hushed sanctuary. You kneel gently on a low, firm cushion, its woven surface cool and slightly textured beneath your legs, aligning yourself with the quiet energy of the space. Before you, within a shallow, dark lacquered tray, lies a collection of smooth river stones. Each stone, varying slightly in size and hue from a deep charcoal to a muted gray, has been worn perfectly smooth by the passage of water and time. They feel cool and substantial to the touch, their surfaces polished to a subtle, almost liquid sheen. You reach for a particular stone, its surface cool and incredibly smooth against your fingertips. The subtle weight of it feels grounding, a small, tangible piece of ancient nature. With slow, deliberate care, you begin the quiet ritual of arrangement. You place the first stone onto the meticulously raked sand, the softest third-tion of stone against sand barely audible, a delicate punctuation in the profound stillness. You adjust its position with a gentle, considered touch, feeling the fine, dry grains of sand yield beneath its weight. You select a second stone, perhaps slightly smaller, its shape complementing the first. As you hold it, you trace the subtle, almost imperceptible lines of its natural striations, feeling the smooth, cool curve of its surface. With the same unhurried precision, you place it beside the first, creating a harmonious balance of form and space. The soft, dry shush of your fingers as you gently push a few grains of sand around its base is a delicate, rhythmic sound, a quiet meditation. Your gaze drifts across the small garden, observing the delicate patterns you are creating. The smooth river stones, carefully positioned, begin to form a quiet narrative, an arrangement that speaks of stillness and natural beauty. The subtle light from the low-set lantern catches the polished surfaces of the stones, making them gleam faintly, their dark forms contrasting beautifully with the pale, raked sand. Through a narrow, vertical slit window within the alcove, you can just discern the faint, ghostly shimmer of snowflakes continuing their unhurried descent against the profound darkness outside, a tranquil, silent backdrop to your inner focus. The quiet, rhythmic sounds of stone against sand and the gentle friction of your fingers on the smooth surfaces continue, a deeply soothing cadence in the tranquil Zen garden. The faint, earthy scent of polished stone and dry sand lingers delicately in the air, a gentle invitation to deeper relaxation. You simply sit, allowing the profound stillness of the snowy night and the gentle rhythm of the arrangement to deepen your sense of tranquil calm, inviting a deep, unburdened rest to unfold. The quiet arrangement of smooth river stones in your indoor Zen garden, a tranquil memory from the late evening, now gently recedes into the profound stillness. The faint, earthy scent of polished stone and dry sand slowly dissipates, replaced by a new, delicate sound that subtly draws your attention. It is the gentle, rhythmic trickle of water, a soft, consistent murmur that permeates the hushed air, inviting a deeper sense of peaceful contemplation. You move with unhurried grace from the small alcove, the silk of your pajamas, a gentle whisper against your skin, as your bare feet meet the consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor heating. You push open a seamless hinoki wood door, its movement a whisper against its track, revealing a transitional corridor lined with polished volcanic stone. The air here is subtly humid, carrying a faint, clean scent of damp earth and the distant, pure aroma of snow. The sound of trickling water grows clearer, becoming a delicate, almost musical presence. Soft, indirect lighting, carefully recessed into the ceiling, casts an even, golden glow across the smooth stone and the rich grain of the timber walls. You step onto the cool, finely textured stone of the corridor, each step absorbed by the resilient material beneath your soles, guiding you towards a large, floor-to-ceiling glass panel. This panel serves as a seamless boundary to your enclosed winter garden, a private sanctuary within the estate. Through the clear glass, the garden is a pristine tableau, softly illuminated by subtle, hidden uplighting that highlights the snow-laden branches and the dark sculptural forms of carefully pruned shrubs. The profound silence of the evening, deepened by the falling snow outside, makes this space feel like an intimate, hushed world apart. Your gaze is immediately drawn to a minimalist fountain, its design an elegant study in simplicity. A single, dark, polished stone column rises from a shallow basin of still, dark water. From a discreet opening near the top of the column, a thin, steady stream of water gently emerges, falling with a soft, rhythmic trickle back into the basin below. The sound is delicate yet consistent, a continuous, soothing cadence that fills the enclosed space, a natural counterpoint to the profound stillness of the snowy night. You settle onto a low, dark wooden bench positioned directly facing the fountain, its surface cool and smooth beneath your fingertips. The subtle scent of damp earth and clean, fresh water from the garden gently permeates the air, mingling with the faint, resinous aroma of the nearby hinoki wood. Your eyes follow the path of the trickling water, observing its delicate, almost liquid dance as it catches the soft, hidden lights, shimmering faintly before disappearing into the dark, still surface of the basin. Each tiny ripple created by the falling water spreads outwards in perfect, concentric circles, a fleeting, mesmerizing pattern. Beyond the illuminated garden, the world outside is now fully immersed in the deep, silent embrace of the snowy night. The moonlight, if visible, casts an ethereal, silvery glow over the pristine landscape, making the deep snow shimmer with an almost otherworldly brilliance. The falling snow is now almost invisible, a ghostly shimmer against the profound darkness, adding to the sense of quiet enchantment. The gentle sway of snow-laden branches, if any breeze stirs, is now barely perceptible, a slow, almost frozen movement against the profound darkness. The gentle, rhythmic trickle of water from the Minimalist fountain continues its soft, soothing cadence, a constant, natural presence in the enclosed winter garden. You simply sit, allowing the profound stillness of the snowy night and the gentle, hypnotic sound of the water to deepen your sense of tranquil calm, inviting a deep, unburdened rest to unfold. The gentle, rhythmic trickle of water from the Minimalist fountain, a soothing memory from your enclosed winter garden, now softly recedes into the profound stillness of the late evening. The faint, clean scent of damp earth and fresh water slowly dissipates, replaced by a new, comforting aroma that subtly draws your attention. It is the rich, sweet scent of cocoa, warm and inviting, that delicately permeates the hushed air, guiding your unhurried steps from the cool stone of the corridor. You move with a quiet grace, the silk of your pajamas, a gentle whisper against your skin, as your bare feet meet the consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor heating, leading you towards the cozy lounge area. As you step into the lounge, the ambient light is low, purposefully subdued, emanating from discreet, indirect sources that cast a soft, golden glow across the warm timber walls and the deep, inviting furnishings. The air here feels perfectly still, perfectly temperate, carrying the distinct, comforting aroma of fine chocolate. Your gaze settles on a low, dark elm coffee table, where a steaming mug of rich, dark liquid awaits, its warmth creating a delicate plume of fragrant vapor that curls gently upwards. The room itself, with its plush, deep sofas upholstered in heathered wool, feels like a private, hushed sanctuary against the profound silence of the snowy night outside. You settle into the corner of a deep sofa, its firm yet yielding cushions conforming gently to your form. The soft merino wool blanket, draped earlier, now feels incredibly inviting, its gentle fibers a comforting embrace as you draw it up around your legs. The warmth of the underfloor heating rises, a consistent, grounding presence beneath your bare feet, extending into this cozy retreat. Your hands reach for the waiting mug. Its ceramic surface, a smooth, matte charcoal, feels wonderfully warm against your palms, a comforting anchor in the cool air. The rich, sweet scent of the hot chocolate, now much closer, fills your senses, a profound, comforting perfume of pure cocoa and delicate sweetness. You find a slender, polished silver spoon resting on a small, dark ceramic coaster beside the mug. Its cool, smooth handle feels delicate yet substantial in your fingertips. With slow, deliberate care, you lower the spoon into the rich, dark liquid. The softest clink of the silver bowl against the ceramic mug is barely audible, a gentle punctuation in the profound stillness. You begin to stir, slowly, methodically, guiding the spoon in gentle circular motions through the warm, viscous liquid. The subtle rhythmic swirl of the spoon against the ceramic, a soft, almost hypnotic sound, fills your immediate space. As you stir, the rich, dark liquid responds with a smooth, unhurried grace. You watch the surface, observing how the steam rises in delicate, ethereal tendrils, carrying the deeply comforting aroma of the cocoa upwards. The light from the room catches the subtle movement, highlighting the rich, deep brown hues of the chocolate, its surface swirling with a slow, mesmerizing pattern. The viscosity of the liquid creates a gentle resistance against the spoon, a soft, almost creamy friction that you feel through your fingertips. Each rotation is intentional, ensuring the perfect blend of warmth and flavor, creating a completely smooth, velvety texture. The faint, sweet scent of the chocolate deepens, becoming richer, more complex, a soft, enveloping cloud of calm. Your gaze drifts towards the expansive panoramic window. Beyond the heavy, insulated glass, the world is now fully immersed in the deep, silent embrace of the snowy night. The moonlight, if visible, casts an ethereal, silvery glow over the pristine landscape, making the deep snow shimmer with an almost otherworldly brilliance. The falling snow is now almost invisible, a ghostly shimmer against the profound darkness, adding to the sense of quiet enchantment. The rich, warm hot chocolate, perfectly stirred, now rests gently in your ceramic mug, radiating a subtle heat into the cozy lounge area. The profound, sweet aroma of cocoa which had filled the space slowly begins to soften, mingling with the faint, earthy scent of the timber walls. A deep sense of quiet contentment settles around you, inviting a deeper, more encompassing comfort as the snowy night unfolds outside. You find yourself already nestled in the corner of a deep armchair, its plush, heathered wool cushions offering a generous, yielding support. The consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor heating beneath your bare feet remains a familiar, grounding presence. You take a slow, deliberate sip of the hot chocolate, feeling its velvety warmth coat your tongue, a profound, sweet richness that lingers delicately. The ceramic mug feels smooth and reassuring in your hands, its warmth a gentle anchor. With unhurried movements, you reach for a soft, folded throw draped over the arm of the chair. It is made of finely brushed cotton, its surface a muted, almost milky cream color. As your fingertips brush against it, the texture is immediately noticeable, incredibly soft, almost like a whisper against your skin, with a delicate, almost downy fluffiness that promises gentle warmth. A faint, clean scent of pure cotton, a subtle, earthy freshness rises with the movement. You begin to unfold the brushed cotton throw, slowly, deliberately. The fabric unfurls with a soft, almost imperceptible shush, a gentle rustle that barely breaks the profound stillness of the lounge. You draw it up over your lap, feeling its impossibly soft, light weight settle across your legs. The fibers, brushed to an exquisite softness, feel like a delicate caress against the silk of your pajamas, creating a luxurious layering of comfort. The inherent warmth of the cotton quickly begins to absorb and hold your body heat, creating a personal cocoon of gentle, even warmth. You arrange the throw, smoothing out any subtle creases with open palms, feeling the fine, soft texture of the brushed cotton beneath your touch. The gentle friction of hand against fabric is a soothing, rhythmic motion. The throw drapes with an elegant fluidity, its natural fibers conforming gently without constraint, enveloping you in a cloud of profound softness. Each fold and curve is intentional, creating an inviting, soft nest that deepens the sense of security and quiet repose. The subtle, rhythmic whisper of the fabric as you shift, adjusting its folds, is a delicate, almost hypnotic sound, drawing your attention inward. Your eyes drift towards the expansive panoramic window. Beyond the heavy, insulated glass, the world is now fully immersed in the deep, silent embrace of the snowy night. The moonlight, if visible through a break in the clouds, casts an ethereal, silvery glow over the pristine landscape, making the deep snow shimmer with an almost otherworldly brilliance. The falling snow is now almost invisible, a ghostly shimmer against the profound darkness, adding to the sense of quiet enchantment. The gentle sway of snow-laden branches, if any breeze stirs, is now barely perceptible, a slow, almost frozen movement against the profound darkness. The soft, brushed cotton, now fully enveloping you, cradles your body in a profound sense of warmth and security. You breathe slowly, feeling the gentle rhythm of your own breath, as the subtle sounds of the shifting fabric and the deep stillness of the snowy night deepen your sense of tranquil calm, inviting a deep, unburdened rest to unfold. You simply rest, enveloped in softness, allowing the quiet embrace of the night to carry you into profound slumber. The profound comfort of the soft, brushed cotton throw, which had enveloped you in the armchair, now gently recedes as you shift. A subtle whisper of fabric against silk, the lingering, sweet aroma of hot chocolate, slowly dissipates into the profound stillness of the late evening. A new, complex scent, rich and woody, subtly draws your attention, mingling with the dry, warm aroma of burning cedar from the suspended fireplace. You move with unhurried grace from the deep armchair, the consistent heat of the underfloor heating beneath your bare feet, a familiar, comforting presence, guiding you towards the hearth. As you approach the suspended fireplace, its dark, precisely engineered steel form glows with a soft, flickering orange light, casting long, dancing shadows across the warm timber walls of the cozy lounge area. Within its open hearth, the aged cedarwood logs crackle with a gentle, rhythmic cadence, their dense surfaces radiating a profound, enveloping warmth. The air here is perfectly still, perfectly temperate, carrying the distinct, comforting aroma of wood smoke and a subtle, intriguing new fragrance. You settle onto a low, firm cushion, positioned directly facing the fireplace, its woven surface cool and slightly textured beneath your legs. The soft merino wool blanket, draped earlier, now feels incredibly inviting, its gentle fibers a comforting embrace as you draw it up around your legs, creating a personal cocoon of warmth. Your gaze is drawn to a low, dark elm side table, where a single heavy crystal tumbler rests, its surface gleaming with a subtle, almost liquid sheen in the flickering firelight. Within it, a measure of rare, aged whiskey glows with a deep, amber hue, its surface still and reflective. You reach for the tumbler, its heavy, cool crystal feeling substantial in your hand, a grounding presence. The subtle weight of the liquid within shifts gently as you lift it, a quiet anticipation. The complex aroma of the aged whiskey, rich with notes of oak, vanilla, and a faint smoky sweetness, rises with the movement, filling your senses. You bring the glass closer, allowing the warmth of the fire to subtly coax the intricate fragrances upwards. You tilt the tumbler, allowing a small, measured sip of the whiskey to touch your lips. The liquid is smooth, warm, and surprisingly mellow, coating your tongue with a complex array of flavors. A subtle sweetness, a hint of spice, and a deep, lingering warmth that spreads slowly through your chest. The sensation is one of profound comfort and quiet appreciation, a perfect counterpoint to the cool, crisp air of the snowy night outside. The smooth, cool crystal of the glass feels refreshing against your lips with each slow, deliberate sip. As you savor the whiskey, your eyes follow the mesmerizing dance of the flames within the fireplace. A small, eager flame delicately licks at the edge of a seasoned log, then, slowly, gracefully spreads, consuming the solid wood, transforming its dense mass into a mesmerizing display of flickering light and comforting warmth. The quiet, almost musical hiss of sap escaping as a log slowly yields to the intense, sustained heat is a delicate, almost intimate sound, a whispered conversation between wood and fire. Beyond the panoramic window, the world is now fully immersed in the deep, silent embrace of the snowy night. The moonlight, if visible, casts an ethereal, silvery glow over the pristine landscape, making the deep snow shimmer with an almost otherworldly brilliance. The falling snow is now almost invisible, a ghostly shimmer against the profound darkness, adding to the sense of quiet enchantment. The quiet enjoyment of the rare, aged whiskey continues, a profound, sensory experience in the cozy lounge area. The comforting warmth of the fire and the complex aroma of the spirit invite your thoughts to settle, to simply observe this quiet ritual. The last, lingering warmth of the rare, aged whiskey now gently fades from your lips, leaving a subtle, complex sweetness on your tongue. The heavy crystal tumbler, cool and smooth, is carefully placed onto the dark elm side table, its soft thud barely audible in the profound quiet of the lounge. The rich, woody aroma of the spirit slowly softens, mingling with the faint, comforting scent of burning cedar from the suspended fireplace. A deep sense of stillness settles around you, inviting a deeper, more encompassing calm as the snowy night unfolds outside. You remain nestled in the deep armchair, the plush, heathered wool cushions offering a generous, yielding support. The soft, brushed cotton throw, enveloping your legs, feels impossibly gentle against the silk of your pajamas, a luxurious layering of comfort. The consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor heating beneath your bare feet remains a familiar, grounding presence. Your gaze is drawn to the suspended fireplace, where the logs, now reduced to glowing embers, pulse with a soft, rhythmic orange light. A delicate, almost imperceptible crackle occasionally escapes, a tiny, sharp sound that quickly fades into the pervasive silence, a whisper of the fire's gentle dying. The ambient light in the room is low, purposefully subdued, creating long, dancing shadows that stretch and sway with the subtle shifts of the embers. The air here feels perfectly still, perfectly temperate, carrying a faint, clean scent of natural wood and the subtle, lingering trace of wood smoke. You close your eyes for a moment, allowing the profound quiet of the estate to truly settle around you. There is no sound from within the walls, no hum of distant appliances, only the deep, absorbing stillness of the timbered structure, a silent embrace against the cold. When you open your eyes, your gaze drifts towards the expansive panoramic window that frames the winter landscape. Beyond the heavy, insulated glass, the world is now fully immersed in the deep, silent embrace of the snowy night. The moonlight, if visible through a break in the clouds, casts an ethereal, silvery glow over the pristine landscape, making the deep snow shimmer with an almost otherworldly brilliance. The distant evergreens, heavy with their silent white burdens, stand as dark, imposing silhouettes, their forms softened and muted by the pervasive light, their branches now holding countless tiny, sparkling crystals that catch the faint, ambient light from within the estate. And then, you hear it, a sound so delicate, so distant, it is almost a figment of imagination. A faint, almost imperceptible, a soft, drawn-out whisper that seems to emanate from the very edge of the vast, snow-covered expanse beyond the window. It is the distant whisper of falling snow, carried on an unseen, gentle breeze, a sound so soft it is more felt than heard, a delicate rustle of countless tiny crystals settling onto the already deep, pristine blanket. This ethereal sound is intermittent, appearing and disappearing, a gentle, rhythmic punctuation in the otherwise absolute silence of the estate. You lean back further into the soft embrace of the armchair, allowing the profound stillness to deepen around you. The subtle warmth of the room, the lingering scent of wood smoke, and the faint, distant whisper of the falling snow merge into a singular, all-encompassing sensation of peace. Each gentle lowish asterisk from the snow outside seems to draw you deeper into this tranquil moment, a quiet lullaby from the winter night, a constant, comforting presence that reinforces the feeling of being deeply sheltered, perfectly secure within your elegant retreat. The world outside, pristine and hushed, offers a sense of vast, unhurried time, while you are held in perfect warmth and quiet within your modern log estate. The profound, encompassing warmth of your bed now fully holds you, a soft, yielding embrace, as the deep, silent stillness of the snowy night settles around your bedroom. The distant, delicate whisper of falling snow, which had been the only punctuation in the vast quiet outside, has now faded to an almost imperceptible murmur, a mere ghost of a sound, absorbed by the deepening blanket of white. You are nestled perfectly, enveloped by layers of exquisite comfort, your body sinking gently into the plush softness of the mattress. The luxurious duvet, a substantial yet incredibly light presence, rests over you, its fine goose down filling, creating a consistent, even warmth that permeates your silk pajamas. You feel its gentle, comforting weight, a soft pressure across your chest and limbs, a serene anchor in the profound quiet. The crisp organic linen duvet cover, a pristine white, feels impossibly smooth against your cheek, a cool, soft contrast that invites your skin to relax. The subtle, rhythmic crinkle of the down feathers, a whisper within the fabric, is a delicate, almost hypnotic sound, barely audible, a soft accompaniment to the deep stillness. You shift almost imperceptibly, a slow, unhurried movement, allowing your body to settle even deeper into the soft contours of the bedding. The cool, smooth linen sheets glide softly against your bare skin beneath the duvet, a fleeting, exquisite friction that quickly gives way to a pervasive, enveloping warmth. Your head rests against the plump, yielding pillow, its soft support cradling your neck and head, aligning perfectly, allowing every muscle to release its hold. The faint, clean scent of fresh linen and pure down subtly perfumes the air around you, a deeply calming, almost neutral aroma that encourages a deeper, unburdened breath. Your breath itself becomes a focal point, a slow, gentle rhythm. You feel the cool, clean air enter your nostrils, filling your lungs with a soft, expansive sensation, then slowly, effortlessly releasing, carrying with it a profound sense of letting go. Each inhale is a quiet drawing in of peace. Each exhale is a gentle release of any lingering thought or tension. The consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor heating, a subtle presence beneath the oak floorboards of your bedroom, radiates upwards, ensuring a perfectly tempered environment that complements the warmth of your bedding. Through the large panoramic window beside your bed, the world outside is now a study in profound, moonlit silence. The moonlight, if visible through the soft, low clouds, casts an ethereal, silvery glow over the pristine landscape, making the deep snow shimmer with an almost otherworldly brilliance. The distant evergreens, heavy with their silent, white burdens, stand as dark, imposing silhouettes, their forms softened and muted by the pervasive light, now almost entirely still. The falling snow, if it continues, is utterly invisible, a ghostly, silent descent against the profound darkness, adding to the sense of quiet enchantment. The profound stillness of the snowy night and the deep, encompassing warmth of your bed merge into a singular, unwavering sensation of peace. You simply rest, allowing your body to sink further, deeper, into the soft embrace of slumber, enveloped by comfort and quietude. The gentle rhythm of your breathing and the profound stillness of the estate now guide you effortlessly towards a deep, restorative sleep. The profound, encompassing warmth of your bed now cradles you completely, a soft, yielding embrace that deepens with each passing moment. The distant, delicate whisper of falling snow, which had been the final, subtle sound from the vast quiet outside, has now completely faded, absorbed by the deepening blanket of pristine white. You are nestled perfectly, enveloped by layers of exquisite comfort, your body sinking gently, effortlessly, into the plush softness of the mattress, a profound sense of security settling over you. The luxurious duvet, a substantial yet incredibly light presence, rests over you, its fine goose down filling creating a consistent, even warmth that permeates your silk pajamas. You feel its gentle, comforting weight, a soft, unwavering pressure across your chest and limbs, a serene anchor in the profound quiet. The crisp, organic linen duvet cover, a pristine white, feels impossibly smooth against your cheek, a cool, soft contrast that invites your skin to relax completely. The subtle, rhythmic crinkle of the down feathers, a whisper within the fabric, is now barely audible, a soft, almost imagined sound, a gentle accompaniment to the deep, pervasive stillness. You shift almost imperceptibly, a slow, unhurried movement, allowing your body to settle even deeper, further, into the soft contours of the bedding. The cool, smooth linen sheets glide softly against your bare skin beneath the duvet, a fleeting, exquisite friction that quickly gives way to a pervasive, encompassing warmth. Your head rests against the plump, yielding pillow, its soft support cradling your neck and head, aligning perfectly, allowing every single muscle to release its hold, surrendering fully to the profound comfort. The faint, clean scent of fresh linen and pure down subtly perfumes the air around you, a deeply calming, almost neutral aroma that encourages a deeper, more unburdened breath. Your breath itself becomes the singular, gentle focal point, a slow, rhythmic, almost imperceptible flow. You feel the cool, clean air enter your nostrils, filling your lungs with a soft, expansive sensation, then slowly, effortlessly releasing, carrying with it a profound sense of letting go, of dissolving any lingering trace of the day. Each inhale is a quiet drawing in of pure, untroubled peace. Each exhale is a gentle, complete release of any remaining thought, any subtle tension, allowing your body to soften, to yield further into the deep, welcoming embrace of the bed. The consistent, comforting heat of the underfloor heating, a subtle presence beneath the oak floorboards of your bedroom, radiates upwards, ensuring a perfectly temperate environment that complements the profound warmth of your bedding, holding you in an exquisite balance. Through the large panoramic window beside your bed, the world outside is now a study in profound, absolute, moonlit silence. The moonlight, if it penetrates the soft, low clouds, casts an ethereal silvery glow over the pristine landscape, making the deep snow shimmer with an almost otherworldly brilliance, a vast, untouched canvas of white. The distant evergreens, heavy with their silent white burdens, stand as dark, imposing silhouettes, their forms softened and muted by the pervasive light, now almost entirely still, frozen in a timeless serene tableau. The falling snow, if it continues its descent, is utterly invisible, a ghostly, silent presence against the profound darkness, adding to the sense of quiet, infinite enchantment. The profound stillness of the snowy night and the deep, encompassing warmth of your bed merge into a singular, unwavering sensation of ultimate peace. You simply rest, allowing your body to sink further, deeper, heavier, into the soft, welcoming embrace of slumber, enveloped by perfect comfort and absolute quietude.